Hey guys. This is part 3 of What If Naruto Was the Heir of Hashirama. Hit like and subscribe if you like this one, and also please check the author in the description. Let's start. Chapter 10, Quarterfinals. Happy Turkey Day. Enjoy. Disclaimer: I do not own Naruto. Chapter 10, Quarterfinals. Ginma, the proctor of the third exam, called the match to start, but Naruto and Neji never moved. Neither genin even entered a fighting stance as the crowd looked on confused at the proceedings. Senju-san. It seems you picked correct in that we would face each other, said Neji with a stoic demeanor. Naruto looked at Neji as he cracked his knuckles. I'm about to whoop your ass something serious. And while I'm doing it, remember that it's for Hinata-chan, said Naruto as he finally shifted into a stance. Neji twitched slightly at Naruto's words. He knew that Naruto was incredibly strong, but in his mind, he still believed he could defeat him. With his Juken, gentle fist, he could seal up Naruto's Tenketsus, chakra points, and coast to an easy win. Neji settled into the opening stance of the famed Juken as he activated his Byakugan, all-seeing white eye. Naruto placed his hands in the ram's seal as he channeled some chakra. Iwa Bunshin no Jutsu, rock clone technique, thought Naruto as around him. 8 Narutos appeared growing from the earth. Neji smirked. You do realize that I can tell which one is you. Those clones are meaningless when your chakra isn't distributed evenly, said Neji as he saw Naruto laugh. Just because you know which one is me, doesn't mean it'll make getting past them any easier, said Naruto as his 8 clones charged at Neji. 4 of his clones arrived first as they attacked Neji all at once. 2 struck from behind as 2 attacked from the front. Seeing the clones behind him, Neji performed a front flip over the 2 clones in front, evading all of the attacks. 2 clones were on Neji as he landed. They appeared flanking him on both sides, but he easily spun and slapped away their attempts to punch him. Once he finished spinning, another Naruto appeared and lashed out with an uppercut. Neji flew back into the air as he appeared to be struck by Naruto. However, it was actually evaded by Neji at the last second with only inches to spare. Neji, having enough of dodging, decided to rid himself of the clones. So when another 4 Naruto surrounded him, he gracefully leaped into the air and performed a spinning heel kick. The kick connected with all the Narutos as they crumbled into rocks from the powerful kicks. As soon as those 4 clones were destroyed, 2 more Narutos came rushing at Neji. Neji skillfully slapped away their attacks and destroyed them with a double palm strike. The final 2 clones appeared as Neji turned and finished them with a powerful open palm to their stomachs. Too easy, said Neji until he noticed something on one of the Narutos when it crumbled to rocks. Neji held up a guard as he was rocked by an explosion. Neji was sent skidding backward as he had a few singed marks on him from the explosion. He placed an explosive note in that clone. This is going to be difficult, thought Neji as he looked at Naruto. So the stories are true. The Byakugan does allow the user to see in a perfect 360. And he's fast enough to dodge all of the attacks. Seems I'll have to think of something. There has to be a weakness, I just need to find it, thought Naruto as he was cut from his musings when Neji spoke to him. It'll take a lot more than that to defeat me. Like I said before, my eyes see everything, said Neji. Naruto folded his arms and stared at Neji with a bored expression. And exactly what do you see with those eyes of yours? They allow me to see the truth of this world. Like how your skill is determined at birth. In other words, everything is predetermined when you're born. Bullshit, said Naruto at Neji's claim. I don't believe in any of that fate stuff. We create our own destiny in life, finished Naruto as he saw Neji smirk slightly. Amusing coming from a person like you. You're the perfect example of what I'm speaking of. You hail from the legendary Senju clan of the forest. You're related to 3 of Konoha's greatest ninjas ever produced. So it comes as no surprise that you're incredibly strong. You were strong before you were even born, said Neji. Naruto got slightly angry at Neji's words. Why do you think of people like that? I only speak the truth. You and I were fated to be stronger than the rest. That's why those imbeciles you faced, Lee and Hinata-sama, failed. They were predestined to fail no matter what. Everyone may be different, but we all have to walk the path that has been laid in front of us. The only fate common between everyone is death. Are you done? Asked Naruto, tired of talking to Neji. Neji's eyebrow arched upwards slightly in confusion. What? As I said before, that fate stuff you're spilling out is complete bullshit. We make our own paths in life. I'm strong because I worked my ass off to get here and I had great teachers. But I will agree with you this time, you will have to walk the path laid before you. That path created by me consisting of an ass whooping as I'm just getting started, said Naruto. Naruto created 15 clones this time and like before had them rush at Neji. Clones again. You should know this won't work against me. I won't fall for that cheap trick again, said Neji as he began to defend the clone's onslaught. Neji was even dodging Naruto's kunai and shuriken as he had taken to throwing them to keep Neji from destroying his clones. Neji had been dodging the clone's attacks and Naruto's projectiles efficiently until he was struck from behind with a kunai to his upper back. Wonder why he didn't dodge, thought Naruto as his kunai struck Neji in his right shoulder from behind. Neji pulled the kunai out of his back as he began to counterattack against the clones. Hakurokujion Sho, 8 trigrams 64 palms, said Neji as he sped through attacks to get rid of the clones. With the blistering speed of his attacks, eventually Neji finished the clones. Neji then looked at the real Naruto standing a few feet away with a thoughtful expression. He hit me. Right in my blind spot. Though it could be seen as me not dodging in time, so I have nothing to worry about as long as he doesn't figure it out, thought Neji as he was beginning to get nervous. What if Naruto figured out his weakness? Finalist box. I thought the Byakugan allowed the user to see everything in a 360? How did Naruto hit him with that kunai? Asked Sasuke with his Sharingan activated. Sasuke knew Neji was fast enough to dodge it, so what was going on? Is there a blind spot to the Byakugan? Standing beside Sasuke, Shino and Shikamaru were thinking the same thing. In the audience, he hit Neji? Thought Tenten shocked. But how? Neji can see everything in a 360. Don't tell me he found out the weakness to the Byakugan? Thought Hayashi frantically as he saw Neji get hit in the back. Hayashi then looked shocked to see Neji's attack. To think a branch member figured out how to do that move. Impressive, Kakashi-sensei, said Sakura as Kakashi moved his head slightly to show he was listening. Why doesn't Naruto use any of his jutsu? He's much stronger than this? Well, in a tournament like this, it's more of a marathon, not a sprint. Naruto's just thinking ahead, said Kakashi as he continued to quell Sakura's confusion. He's pacing himself. In a marathon, you don't jump out the gates full speed. You pace yourself and save your energy. Naruto would still have another match, maybe 2 if he continues to win. He doesn't want to go all out in this fight, if possible, as it could lead to a loss later. Sakura nodded as she understood completely. I think Naruto's using his clones differently than that, said Asuma as everyone looked quizzical besides Kakashi and Guy. Kurenai figured out what he meant and explained. He's testing Neji while observing him from a distance. He's trying to find a weakness, and that kunai that finally landed may have given him a clue. Everyone looked back at the fight as Neji had finished the clones. Kid's pretty good. He'll have my vote, thought Asuma thinking about Naruto. Back to the fight. Neji, not wanting Naruto to create more clones, rushed at Naruto with impressive speed. Neji attacked Naruto with a fast open palm to the stomach. Naruto looked shocked to see Neji move so quickly and couldn't evade fast enough. He was struck hard in the gut by Neji as he felt the air leave him. Neji was surprised to see his attack hit so easily, but wasn't disappointed when Naruto converted to mud shortly afterwards, signaling a replacement. Neji began to scan the area as he saw Naruto appear standing on the stadium wall. Neji then looked shocked as the mud from Naruto's replacement morphed into a huge dragon head. He won't have enough time to dodge. This will hit him hard, thought Naruto. Naruto had performed a shunshin to appear on the stadium wall as he held the dragon seal. Doton, Doryuden, Earth Style, Earth Dragon Bullet, said Naruto as the dragon head fired massive mud balls at Neji. Not enough time to get out of the way. Looks like I'll have to use that technique, thought Neji as he began to spin around at high speeds. Kaiten, rotation, came the shout of Neji. Neji released a huge amount of chakra while spinning. Neji's spinning dome deflected the mud balls with ease as everyone looked shocked. In the audience, Father, that was started Hayashi's youngest daughter Hanabi before she was cut off. Yes, that was one of the main branch's moves, said Hayashi as he thought. To think he'd figured both of those moves out by just watching them must make him a genius like none other. The boy is truly blessed with more ability than any other in the clan. Whoa, he just shrugged off Naruto's jutsu like it was nothing, said Sakura as she heard Tenten scoff. Of course he did. That move is Neji's perfect defense. Nothing gets past it. It'll be the reason Neji wins this fight, why he wins every fight, said Tenten, confident in her teammate's ability. Perfect defense? How's Naruto going to get past that? Said Sakura as the other rookie genin thought the same. Naruto v Neji. Neji stopped spinning once he noticed Naruto's jutsu end. He looked toward Naruto with a smirk. That was the most powerful defense. It is an absolute defense created by the Hyuga clan, even better than Gaara's sand. It cannot be beaten. You should just give up now, said Neji. Naruto narrowed his eyes until he finally looked like he figured something out. You have a blind spot, said Naruto as all the Hyugas in the stadium looked shocked. Did he figure it out? Thought Neji in a panic. Naruto smirked slightly as he said, from your expression, it must mean I'm correct in my judgment. That means this will hurt. Neji was panicking, scanning his surroundings for an attack. After a few moments, Neji saw Naruto appear behind him with his hands clasped together. Suiton, Suiden no Jutsu, water style, water bullet technique. Thought Naruto as he fired off a huge water ball at Neji. Useless, said Neji as he performed another kaiten. Upon stopping, Neji noticed Naruto was nowhere to be found. Neji immediately began to focus on his blind spot trying to find Naruto. So engrossed with his blind spot, Neji didn't notice the ground beneath him crack slightly. Naruto came flying out of the ground with an uppercut. Neji felt the full impact of Naruto's punch to his chin as it lifted him off the ground. Neji's feet slightly got off the ground before his upward progress was halted by a sharp kick to his stomach. Neji was sent back as he landed on his back and slid a few more feet. As Neji was on his back, he looked up to see another water ball crashing down on top of him. I got tricked. I can barely move. I've only been hit 3 times. Are his attacks that strong? Thought Neji as he laid on the ground in pain and soaked from Naruto's jutsu. Naruto dusted himself off as he walked over to Neji. Neji was struggling to move as he said, You were tricking me into believing that you had found a blind spot. Knowing that would make me scan my surroundings instead of focusing on the ground. Bingo, said Naruto before he whispered, I also know that you have that blind spot in the upper right portion of your back. The kunai that landed earlier only confirms it. Finished Naruto as he prepared to finish off Neji. I was planning to thoroughly beat you to within an inch of your life, but Hinata-chan asked me not to. So I have to ask, what's going on with your family? It's clearly got you to think about this fate stuff so hard. And I'm guessing it has to do with past events involving you and Hinata. Asked Naruto as he looked at Neji's down position. You're correct in your judgment, Senju-san. Started Neji weakly as he was still in pain from Naruto's attacks. In our family, we are separated into 2 groups. The main family and the branch family. Those in the branch family are meant to serve the main family with their lives. We are even branded to forever bear the mark of a servant. We are given a seal to ensure our servitude to the main family. You wouldn't know what it's like to have a seal define you. Naruto was shocked to see Neji stand up immediately. You made a mistake. You're in my field of divination, said Neji as he took off towards Naruto. 2 palms, said Neji as he lashed out with 2 strikes. Shit. Thought Naruto as he evaded both strikes. 4 palms. Neji lashed out with 4 strikes even faster than the last 2. Naruto still dodged all the strikes as Neji continued. 8 palms. Naruto finally was struck in the shoulder by one of Neji's hits. 16 palms. Neji hit Naruto 4 times as his pace continued to pick up. 32 palms. 64 palms. Naruto was struck 14 more times. Naruto even got the finishing double palm to the stomach as he was sent to the ground. Seems that I have prevailed. Not even the legendary Senju clan can defeat the Hyuga. Proctor called the match. He won't be getting up, said Neji until he saw Naruto picking himself up. Naruto was covered in an orange aura of chakra as he stood up. Well, that hurt, said Naruto as he looked completely unfazed by Neji's strikes. Where is this chakra coming from? Thought Neji as he could have sworn he saw it swirl into a fox. Finalist box. That's Bijou chakra? Is he a Jinchuriki? Thought Temari. Kankuro and Gaara were thinking the same. They knew the feeling of chakra from a Jinchuriki as Gaara was one as well. Shino and Shikamaru were trying to find out why Naruto's chakra was like that. Shino had sent a few bugs to figure out, but they died upon sucking up the chakra. What was going on with Naruto? Sasuke was the most shocked. Naruto, what the hell are you? Thought Sasuke as he looked at Naruto's chakra with his Sharingan. How powerful are you? In the audience, he's really in control of that power? Asked a random Chunin. Let's hope so, but I mean it looks like the rumor was true. He seems in control, said another ninja as he watched Naruto. Naruto? What is that? You never showed that before. Thought Sakura about her teammate. Naruto-kun, thought Hinata as she coughed slightly. She was still injured from her fight with Neji. Holy hell. I can feel the alpha flying off of Naruto. What the hell is he? Thought Kiba as he felt Naruto's dominating presence. It just commanded obedience. How strong was he really? Naruto v Neji. You shouldn't have let your guard down, Naruto. You'd have been finished had I not been here, said Kurama as he funneled chakra into Naruto's system to open his chakra points back up. Thanks, Kurama. I owe you one. Though I might have been able to force it open with my chakra alone. Then again it could have been made me lose a lot of chakra to try it with my own. Regardless, I was careless and now I've shown off your chakra. Now I have to answer everyone's questions. Troublesome, said Naruto back to Kurama in his head. What is that chakra? Came the slightly scared voice of the normally stoic Neji. Looks like I got careless, said Naruto as he still had that orange aura surrounding him. You shut down my chakra for a second. Had it not been for me being a Jinchuriki, this fight would have been over. The stadium was silent at Naruto's announcement. Most of the stadium already knew about Naruto's status as their Jinchuriki. Naruto's friends were confused. They had never heard of the word Jinchuriki before. Jinchuriki? Asked Neji. Jinchuriki, the power of human sacrifice. It's a term that describes one who contains a bijou. To name a bijou, let's go with the Kyuubi, said Naruto as Neji was slowly getting the picture. But it was said the Yondaime killed the Kyuubi? How could you be its Jinchuriki? It should be dead, but I'm not and your Yondaime is. Kurama 1, Yondaime 0. Suck it, said Kurama in Naruto's head. Naruto had to suppress a laugh at Kurama's words as he explained how it's impossible to kill a bijou. They are coalesced energy given a form. If the Yondaime managed to kill the Kyuubi, it would just disperse and eventually pop up again. Knowing that, the Yondaime decided it best to seal the beast away, seal it into a boy. A boy who happened to be born on that day. That boy is me, said Naruto as he looked slightly dejected. So don't tell me that I don't know what it's like to have a seal placed on me that defines who I am. I've been judged since birth over something I have no control over, said Naruto as he rocketed toward Neji. Too fast, thought Neji as he resorted to another Kaiten. Naruto stopped before reaching the spinning dome as he smirked slightly. Naruto placed his hands in the boar, then tiger hand seal. Doton, Yomi Numa, Earth style, swamp of the underworld, said Naruto. Neji's spinning halted as a thick swamp appeared underneath him. Neji began to sink slightly as the mud swallowed him up to his ankles. What said Neji until he was cut off by the sudden appearance of Naruto atop the mud beside him. Neji caught Naruto's punch and attempted to strike with a finger jab until Naruto caught his wrist. Due to Neji's hands being tied up and his legs still sinking in the mud, he had no protection against Naruto's knee to his stomach. As Neji was bent over from the impact of Naruto's knee, he received a vicious kick to the side of the head. Naruto had done a spin kick to launch Neji out of the swamp. His attacks have gotten stronger, thought Neji as he was laying on the ground in pain from Naruto's Kyuubi-enhanced blows. Naruto let his orange aura fade as he said, "This fight is over. I can withstand your Juken strikes since I can just reopen my chakra points. And I can keep you from activating your absolute defense. Just give up before you get hurt more." Neji struggled to get up as he refused to give up. "This fight isn't over," said Neji as he stumbled toward Naruto. Naruto shook his hand as he easily dodged Neji's attack. "You should know when to give up. You're fighting despite being totally outclassed and already injured. If this was a real fight, it would cost you dearly. These exams are about proving your Chunin material," said Naruto as he decked Neji with an elbow to the face. Neji was on the ground, laying on his back in pain, as Naruto continued. "By continuing to fight, it just shows you aren't ready for prime time." When Naruto finished speaking, he smashed a fist into Neji's gut. The ground around Neji cracked slightly as a small amount of blood flew from his mouth. Neji couldn't move a muscle as the pain was too much for him. Genma, having seen enough, decided to call the fight. "Shausa, Naruto Senju." Naruto looked up to the crowd as he waved to their cheers. "I should have known you were fated to win." "You're a Senju after all," said Neji weakly. Naruto looked toward Neji with red, slitted eyes. "I'm sick of this fate stuff. I'm not great because I'm only blessed with natural talent. I've worked hard to get where I've gotten. And honestly, I'd rather be in the same class as Lee, cause he's not a coward. He doesn't give in to his fate. Just because he can only use taijutsu, doesn't mean he gave in to his fate of never being a great ninja. You, however, are a great ninja. Blessed with incredible talent, yet you don't let yourself fly due to your weak-ass views of the world." Finished Naruto as his eyes turned back to violet. Naruto went running out of the stadium, blowing kisses to the crowd. The medics arrived to take Neji away as Genma spoke to him for the first time. When captured birds grow wiser, they try to open their cage with their beaks. "They don't give up because they want to fly again," said Genma as Neji was taken away. Kagebox. The Kazekage sat next to the Hokage as they watched the fight. Seems like you have two promising gen in there, Hiruzen Dano. Especially that Senju boy, quite powerful even without using his Biju's chakra. Said the Kazekage as Hiruzen smiled. Indeed, Naruto-kun is. I believe he definitely showed skills worthy of a Chunin. And even though Neji is a strong ninja, I can't see him getting the nod for Chunin. Said Hiruzen as he watched Naruto exit into the tunnel. True. Very true. Well, let's watch the next match, shall we? Said the Kazekage as Hiruzen nodded. Arena floor. 5 minutes later, the crowd eventually calmed down, and they were ready for the next match. Now on to match 2 of these finals. Will Kankuro and Gaara come down? Started Ginma until he was cut off. I forfeit, Proctor, said Kankuro as he received boos for his announcement. Okay. Winner by forfeit, Gaara, said Ginma as he just went to the next match on the list. Match 3 of the finals. Will Shino, Aburame, and Sasuke Uchiha make their way down? Sasuke and Shino made their way down to the arena floor. On the way down, Sasuke saw Naruto walking up. Jinchuriki, said Sasuke as Naruto looked towards him. Something like that, said Naruto as he and Sasuke looked at each other. Shino nodded to Naruto but continued walking to let the two friends speak. Sasuke stared at Naruto for a few seconds until he smirked. I'm still gonna beat you. Having that power won't help you from my onslaught. Naruto smiled slightly as he said, we'll see. I still dance better than you, said Sasuke as he fist bumped Naruto, smiling as well. Nice of you to hide your hand seals by having your back to me. I was certainly trying to copy a few to add to my arsenal. Naruto laughed slightly as he did keep his back to Sasuke during his fight to prevent that. See you in the finals, said Naruto as he headed up to the finalists' box. Of course, you just better be ready for prime time, said Sasuke as he went down into the arena floor to fight. Finalist box. Naruto showed up in the finalists' box a little later as he looked around to see the other finalists stare at his arrival. Naruto looked apprehensive until Shikamaru smiled slightly. Troublesome. Of course you have something like that. Don't worry, you're still Naruto. Being a Jinchuriki won't change that fact, said Shikamaru as he held out a fist to Naruto. Naruto smiled as he bumped fist with Shikamaru. He even saw Sakura and the rest of his friends looking at him with a smile. Seemed he was worrying over nothing. Arena floor. Sasuke and Shino were facing each other as Genma looked at both of them. Are both fighters ready? After a nod from both, Genma said, the third match of the Chunin exam finals? Hajime. As soon as Genma finished speaking, Sasuke had to sprint back to evade the bugs flying out of Shino's sleeves. Those bugs of his are going to be troublesome. Who's to say there isn't one already on me? And then again I could be looking at a clone in the first place. Thought Sasuke as he dodged again. Dodging once more, Sasuke had enough of the bugs and flew through several hand seals. Katan, Gokaki no Jutsu, fire style, grand fireball technique, said Sasuke as he fired a huge fireball that tore off into Shino's bugs. However, Sasuke was in for a surprise as he saw Shino's bugs take the fireball and not burn to death. Shino then spoke as he explained. Sasuke-san, do you believe I wouldn't prepare for your jutsu? These bugs are fire resistant, and as such, your fire jutsu is useless against them, said Shino as he sent another wave of bugs towards Sasuke. Sasuke had listened to Shino's explanation and wasn't surprised. Of course he'd have bugs like that. Now I need to find the real Shino. The one before me is a clone as Genjutsu didn't work on him. Thought Sasuke as he dodged the bugs again. Sasuke, having enough of Shino hiding, decided to get rid of hiding spots. Rat, tiger, dog, ox, rabbit, tiger. Thought Sasuke as he went through those hand seals. Katan, Hozenka Mekyaku, fire style, Phoenix Sage fire annihilation, said Sasuke. Sasuke unleashed a dozen huge volleys of fire, almost comparable to 12 grand fireballs, into the trees. Upon contacting something, the fireballs exploded, creating a raging fire that blazed through the forest. In the audience, hot damn, said Kiba as he saw Sasuke's jutsu. That pretty much summed up everyone's collective thoughts. Kakashi only smiled at his student. Troublesome, said Shikamaru as Naruto looked on with a smile at his friend. Arena floor. Shino came flying out of the forest to dodge Sasuke's impressive jutsu. I didn't think he had a jutsu of that scale. Thought Shino as he landed out in the open, away from the blazing forest fire. Sasuke never gave Shino a chance to do anything as he was already upon him. Sasuke threw a punch at Shino that connected with the bug user's face and sent him skidding back. Shino, after getting punched a few feet away, looked up to see Sasuke in a stance identical to Rock Lee's. Seems he's using the Goken, strong fist. I'm not that good at taijutsu, and as such he would defeat me decisively in hand-to-hand combat. I need to keep him away. Thought Shino as the flames began to die down slightly. Not wanting Sasuke to attack him again, Shino let loose another barrage of bugs at Sasuke. The bugs flew at Sasuke in a spiraling motion. Boujui no Jin, spindle formation, said Shino. The jutsu was too fast and widespread as Sasuke was struck in the gut by Shino's bugs. Shino watched Sasuke as his bugs were slowly gathering around him. It's over, thought Shino until he noticed something was wrong. Genjutsu Kai. Shino broke the genjutsu placed on him by Sasuke as the Sasuke in front of him disappeared from view. Attempting to find Sasuke with his bugs, Shino was too late in pinpointing the Uchiha as he felt Sasuke kick him high into the air. While airborne, Sasuke appeared behind Shino using the Kagebuyo, shadow of the dancing leaf. It's over, said Sasuke as he planted several kicks into Shino's body that sent him crashing toward the ground. Just before Shino hit the ground, Sasuke planted another kick into his midsection. Rindan Lion's Barrage, said Sasuke. Shino laid prone on the ground as his bugs seeped back into his body to run damage control. You almost had me there, Shino. Too bad, you may have won that fight, said Sasuke. Shausa, Sasuke Uchiha, said Genma as the crowd lit up in cheers. Genma looked towards Sasuke as he said, You're lucky he looked at your eyes when you were being covered by his bugs. He would have never been placed in that genjutsu, and you would have had your chakra drained. Those bugs were even draining you as you did that final move. You got lucky, kid. Sasuke deactivated his Sharingan as he turned away from Genma. A win's a win in my books, said Sasuke as Genma smirked. The kid was right. Kagebox, Konoha seems to produce great ninjas. Both of those kids were splendid. The bug boy had a great plan and was well prepared for his opponent. He'll likely be promoted. And that Uchiha boy, what a splendid display of all three facets of a shinobi, said the Kazekage. Hiruzen looked down proudly at his two ninjas. Perhaps you're right, Kazekage-dano. Seems it's true that the younger generation always surpasses the previous generation. Arena floor 5 minutes later, after the crowd settled down and the fire was fully put out, Genma announced the next match. Match 4 of the finals. Will Shikamaru, Nara, and Temari make their way down? Said Genma as Temari made her way to the arena floor. Shikamaru tried to stay but Naruto pushed him over the railing so he'd get down there. After a few moments, Sasuke came into the finalist box as he smirked at Naruto. Seems you did improve over the month break. Finally got that jutsu down, I see, said Naruto upon seeing Sasuke. There's more where that came from. Just you wait. I'm more than prepared to face you. Even with your orange chakra, said Sasuke confidently as they watched the next match unfold. The match was pretty boring. Temari just kept swinging her fan at Shikamaru, who kept hiding, only firing his shadow at Temari at random intervals. The fight didn't get interesting until the very end as Shikamaru pulled out an elaborate plan to capture Temari. Arena floor. Are you ever going to stop hiding? Said Temari as she swung her fan once more. Shikamaru braced himself for the winds as he decided it was time. Shikamaru placed his hands in the rat hand seal as a shadow extended from the darkened area of the stadium, untouched by the sun. Temari jumped back to get out of the way of the shadow as it approached, growing farther due to the sun moving down slightly. Eventually, it stopped, and she stopped backflipping. Is that how far you can go now? Said Temari until she noticed another shadow appear at the end of Shikamaru's extended shadow. Temari looked up to see a parachuted shirt attached to a kunai. That shirt gave Shikamaru more shadow to use for his jutsu. Shit, thought Temari as she backpedaled a little more. Luckily the shadow stopped moving again as she smirked once again. Looks like that's as far as you can go, little boy. My turn, said Temari until a flash bomb dropped behind her. Boom! The flash bomb went off and Temari found out she couldn't move. Kagemain no Jutsu, Shadow Possession Technique, success, said Shikamaru as Temari looked shocked. Seeing Temari's face, Shikamaru decided to explain. Before I even extended my shadow the first time, I tossed up both my shirt and that flash bomb in the air. From that point, my calculations proved correct as you went exactly where I wanted you to go. All those other moves before were just to set you up for checkmate. The flash bomb made a huge shadow of you and from there it was simple getting my jutsu to grab you. And now, said Shikamaru as he raised his hand, making Temari raise hers. He planned all of this out. What the hell is he? Thought Temari frantic as she closed her eyes in anticipation. I forfeit, said Shikamaru. What? Came the voice of Temari and even Ino in the stands. I'm done. All those times I used my jutsu made me run out of chakra. I can probably only hold you for another 10 seconds. And if I did win, I'd have to face someone as troublesome as Sasuke Uchiha, who knows exactly how to beat me as he did it in the academy. There'd be no point in me continuing in this tournament. I'm done. finished Shikamaru as his shadow did dissipate after 10 seconds. Genma chuckled slightly. Nara clan members. Oh well. Shaosa, Temari, said Genma as the crowd booed Shikamaru for his forfeit when he had won basically. In the audience, HN, lazy ass, said Sasuke as Naruto chuckled. True that. But he did display enough to be a chunin. That's what we're here for anyway. Shika could care less about winning the tourney, said Naruto as he watched Shikamaru walk back up. True, but he basically said he was scared of me. Seems I already have people fearing the name, Sasuke Uchiha, said Sasuke smugly. Right, anywho, time for me to face Gaara. Don't let your jaw hang down too low when you see me defeat him, said Naruto as he vanished in a Shunshin Kage box. Seems you might have 4 new Chunins Hokage Dano. Impressive even though that boy quit, said the Kazekage. How right you are. Those 4 have shown the aptitude to become Chunins of the Leaf. I'm proud of them. Seems it's time to see your son fight finally, said Hiruzen as the intermission between the first round was over. This is the match I've wanted to see. Naruto Senju vs my Gaara. Sure to be an exciting affair, said the Kazekage. Hopefully Gaara kills that boy before he can be defeated. Just because Naruto-kun can use his Biju's chakra doesn't mean he can stop a Jinchuriki who can go farther in his transformations, thought the Kazekage. Arena floor. 5 minutes later, Genma stood on the arena floor as sand began to appear a few feet away from him. Gaara had arrived in a Shunshin. Then in just a flash of yellow, Naruto appeared, opposite Gaara, in a Shunshin as well. Kids fast, thought Genma as he prepared to start the semifinals. Are both fighters ready? Match 5 of the Chunin exam finals. Hajime, said Genma as the next round began. Chapter 11, Emergence of the Forest. As soon as Genma started the match, Gaara's sand seeped out of his gourd as he said, Mother wants your blood. Right. Well, why don't try to get it for her? Asked Naruto as he got into a ready stance. Gaara stood still as Naruto waited for him to make a move. Well then I'll come to you, said Naruto as he sprinted at Gaara. Naruto lashed out with a kick that was intercepted by Gaara's sand. Naruto placed his leg back down and had to evade as Gaara's sand chased him around. Gaara stood stoic with his arms crossed as he continued to send sand at Naruto. Naruto just kept evading the sand, but it never deterred Gaara one bit as he never relented. Naruto, having enough of dodging, decided to attack. Gaara watched as Naruto dodged his sand once more. Gaara was prepared to send another wave until a mop of yellow hair appeared. Naruto performed a Shunshin to get close to Gaara. Hello, said Naruto as he planted a vicious punch to Gaara's face. Gaara's sand had no time to react as Gaara was sent a few feet back. Gaara's sand armor cracked slightly as he looked up at Naruto, who was standing in the same spot he once was. In the audience, Go Naruto-kun, came the voice of a new arrival. Lee-san, said Sakura as Lee came hobbling in on crutches. Hello, Sakura-chan. Nice to see you, said Rock Lee as he watched Gaara slowly get up. Naruto-kun knows that taijutsu won't beat him. I used 5 gates and it still wasn't enough, thought Lee. Kakashi looked on as he thought, wonder what Naruto will do to get past that defense. In the Kage booth, that boy is pretty fast. The way he just appears, especially with his golden blonde hair, reminds you of the Yondaime, doesn't it? Then he's a Jinchuriki who hails from the Senju clan. He could be a powerful asset one day, said the Kazekage as he looked at the fight. Orochimaru, do you think me senile? It's quite obvious that is you. But I shall banter back and forth with you to see what you plan, thought Hiruzen as he replied to the Kazekage. How true you are. Though I believe he has more in store for us. Orochimaru looked at the Hokage as he said, You're saying there's something more special to him than being the Kyuubi Jinchuriki? Hiruzen only smiled as he returned his attention to the fight. Maybe. Only time will tell. Arena floor. Gaara stood up as the cracked armor on his cheek repaired itself. Glad to see you fix your makeup, said Naruto as he saw Gaara send another wave of sand. Not this again, thought Naruto as he dodged again. Punching him a million times won't help, as Rock Lee clearly proved that. I could use Kurama on him, but it's rather redundant to use the same power twice. Let's just go with plan A. Naruto dodged the sand once more as he pulled out a scroll. Naruto opened the scroll and let it fall to the ground as he placed his hands in the ram's seal. Naruto stomped on the scroll as he thought, Suetun, Hahanryu, water style, tearing torrent. From the scroll under Naruto's foot, a huge amount of water came splashing out of it as it fired off toward Gaara. Gaara's wave of sand immediately rushed to defend Gaara against Naruto's water. The water and sand clashed against each other for about a minute until Gaara's sand finally held firm. Once the water died down, Gaara sent another wave of sand at Naruto. However, Gaara's sand had turned slightly muddy from Naruto's jutsu and was rather difficult to manipulate like normal. Gotcha, said Naruto as he took off at Gaara again. Gaara saw Naruto appear again, this time with a right cross incoming. Gaara was lifted off the ground again from Naruto's punch, but before he could fly away, Naruto grabbed his foot. Naruto smiled a deadly grin as he spun Gaara around and hurled him into the sky at a rapid pace. As Gaara was flying in midair, Naruto clapped his hands together and prepared another jutsu. Now time to drench that sand armor. Suiton, Suiden no jutsu, water style, water bullet technique, thought Naruto as he fired off a powerful ball of water toward Gaara. Naruto's water ball smashed into Gaara as his, now heavier, sand couldn't get there in time to defend him against it. Kagebox, damn that boy. Gaara's sand absorbs water, making it less effective due to the added water weight. He's picking him apart. Seethed Orochimaru internally before he smirked unnoticeably. Perfect. Gaara will transform and then the invasion will start. Seems Naruto's doing quite well, said Hiruzen. Yes, it does seem that way. Using water to weigh down Gaara's sand is ingenious. But it'll take more than that to stop Gaara, said Orochimaru. Naruto couldn't better put him down now before he begins to access his Biju's power. Naruto might have to use his Mokuton if Gaara can transform further than him, thought Hiruzen as he eyed the match. In the audience, Kakashi, what the hell did you feed those two genins of yours, said Asuma, Team 10 sensei, as he placed a cigarette in his mouth. He had seen Sasuke's fight too and both of them seemed unreal. Kakashi I smiled as he said, nothing. I did nothing. I gave them a few pointers here and there but for the most part, that's all them. Kiba snorted. I bet he gives them steroids. I mean Sakura is a medic now, right? I bet she shoves a needle in their ass. Started Kiba before he was smacked by Sakura. Shut up dog boy, said Sakura as she calmed down and returned to watching Naruto. Everyone returned to the fight as they watched Naruto perform his next attack. Everyone gasped as even Asuma's cigarette fell from his mouth. Back to the fight. As Naruto was firing off his water bullet, he put his hands back in the ram's seal. IWA Bunshin no Jutsu, rock clone technique, thought Naruto as two clones rose from the ground beside him. The clones knew exactly what to do as they disappeared in a shunshin. Gaara was soaking wet as he hung in the air after Naruto's jutsu. What makes him so strong? Is it because he's a Jinchuriki? Thought Gaara as his sand was finally nearing him. Gaara's sand was too slow as both clones made it to him first and promptly gave him a bear hug. This'll hurt, said Naruto as he channeled some chakra. Boom! Both clones detonated, causing a huge explosion in midair. From the cloud caused by the explosion, rocks and a smoking figure came plummeting to the ground. Finalist box. Sasuke smirked as he saw Naruto's attack. Nice combo. But I can't forget about my part in this, thought Sasuke as he looked at Temari. Temari and Kankuro were shocked to see Gaara get taken apart so easily by Naruto. Gaara! Shouted Temari. Did he kill him? Thought Temari frantically. Gaara, thought Kankuro. Okay, I'm glad I didn't have to face Naruto. I'd rather face you Sasuke than get that, said Shikamaru as Sasuke scoffed internally. Naruto won't know he said that, thought Sasuke as he turned his attention back to the fight. Naruto v Gaara. Naruto walked over to the smoking figure lying prone in the grass. Upon reaching it he realized something was wrong. Replacement, said Naruto as he turned around to face the real Gaara. Gaara had left his sand armor behind and narrowly escaped the explosion. Gaara was standing on the opposite side of the stadium with his hands in the tiger seal. Gaara had a few singe marks on his clothes but other than that was relatively fine. Seems he replaced himself at the last second with his sand armor. Must have been right as the clones got to him since he was still caught in that blast slightly, thought Naruto as he saw Gaara covering himself in the sand dome. As the sand dome was closing up around Gaara, Naruto flung a kunai with an explosive note at Gaara. Boom! As the smoke cleared from the kunai, Naruto noticed that it didn't accomplish anything. Naruto then looked up to see an eyeball appear in midair. Seems that sand is denser than the previous sand. It won't be taken down by some water or an explosion. I'm sure he can still manipulate it like normal, so there's no point in attacking straight up. That eye is probably in the sky to help him see outside of the dome. How to get past it? Thought Naruto until he heard Kurama in his head. Naruto. After Naruto mentally nodded to acknowledge, Kurama continued, that's the opening phase of Shikaku's Biju transformation. You won't get through that defense with power. But there is another way. After getting the plan from Kurama, Naruto clapped his hands together. Naruto burst with bright red chakra as he took on a one-tailed state. Here I come Gaara, said Naruto. Futon, Detapa, Wind Style, Great breakthrough, said Naruto as he channeled Kurama's chakra into the jutsu. A mighty gust of wind ripped through the stadium toward Gaara, picking up dust and debris along the way, obscuring the view of the fight. Gaara's sand dome held firm against the powerful winds and didn't even look fazed. However, Naruto was nowhere to be seen. The people in the crowd scanned the area for Naruto, but it was like he vanished without a trace. After about a minute of nothing, Gaara came sailing out of his own sand dome with a bloodied wound on his chest. As the dome crumbled apart, Naruto could be seen standing in the dome with a Kyuubi-enhanced claw outstretched. It was slightly covered in blood as his chakra shroud dispersed. Doton, Marurigakyu no Jutsu, Earth style, hiding like a mole technique, gotta love it. That dome protected you from everywhere besides down, said Naruto as the crowd looked on amazed. What is this warm liquid? Questioned Gaara as he touched his chest. It is blood. My blood! Shouted Gaara as he began to stand. As he was standing, the gourd on his back began to surround his upper body. The gourd eventually merged completely as Gaara was covered in sand across his entire left torso. He also had a large claw of sand appear over his left arm. Prove my existence, Naruto! Shouted Gaara as he leaped at Naruto with his claw outstretched. So that's the Ichibi, said Naruto as Gaara was approaching. In the audience, another Jinchuriki! Shouted a civilian in the stands and people began to panic slightly. Oh no? Senju-sama's out there with him, said another civilian worried about the boy. Don't worry, Naruto's Bijuu is stronger. He'll have no trouble against him, said a Konoha Chunin as the people around him began to calm down slightly. You're right, however, Naruto's only shown a one-tailed Jinchuriki state. If he can't access more than that, then Gaara will win. A full-powered Bijuu is better than a one-tailed Jinchuriki, thought Guy as he eyed Kakashi. Why is he so calm about this? His genin is in trouble. An Umbu was standing a little behind Kakashi and Guy. This Umbu was not a real one though, he was actually Kabuto in disguise. That boy is transforming here. This could be trouble, but why doesn't Orochimaru-sama want me to give the signal? Thought Kabuto as he was eyeing the Kage booth waiting. The Sand siblings sensei, Baki, was thinking the same. Gaara's transformed already, this isn't good. We need to get him to the village, but I haven't seen the signal. What are we waiting for? Finalist box. Of course that guy's a Jinchuriki too, said Shikamaru as he watched the fight. Are you one as well, Sasuke? Questioned Shikamaru in jest. He was internally worried for Naruto, but figured Naruto knew when he was in over his head. Like I would need that power, said Sasuke arrogantly as he continued watching the fight with his Sharingan on. Wonder how Naruto's gonna beat him. Rock Lee pounded him, and he still got up. So what's Naruto going to do? Thought Sasuke as he eyed Naruto smashing into Gaara with punches. Arena floor. After punching Gaara a few times, Naruto kicked him into the wall violently with a roundhouse. Naruto took on an uninterested look at Gaara's new tactics. Gaara came out of the cracked wall as he saw Naruto's bored look. Gaara got angry, just like everyone else. Stop ignoring me, said Gaara as his sand covered him. Gaara's entire torso, down to his knees, was covered in sand as a tail grew out of the back. Is that what Shikaka looks like? Asked Naruto as he watched Gaara. More or less. He's basically in a one-tailed state, replied Kurama. Gaara had several mouths open up along his body as he prepared a jutsu. Futon, Mugen Sajin Tapa, Wind Style, Infinite Sand Cloud Great Breakthrough, said Gaara as he let loose a sand cloud. In response, Naruto slammed his palms on the ground. Doton, Dorihiki, Earth Style, Mud Wall, said Naruto as a huge wall rose from the ground. The wall completely blocked the sandstorm. It's a shame, said Naruto from behind Gaara. Gaara received a powerful elbow to the back followed by a knee to the ribs. Naruto then smashed him in the head with an overhead kick. That kick sent Gaara to the ground as Naruto grabbed his tail and flung him back into the wall. The same spot Gaara had hit earlier. You had a defense that only the fastest could bypass and the strongest could breach, and you traded for this? That's pitiful. Raw power only beats finesse in extreme quantities, and you don't have enough of it, said Naruto. Gaara looked at Naruto in pain. Why is he so strong? I haven't even touched him once. What makes him so strong? Said Gaara as his anger started to rise. You won't erase my existence, shouted Gaara as he began to channel more of Shikaku's chakra. Naruto noticed the chakra spike and realized what Gaara was planning. Naruto clasped his hand in the snake seal as he channeled his chakra. The walls of the stadium and the grounds began to crack slightly at Naruto's chakra output. Kurama knew Gaara was trying to go full Bijuu mode, and it seemed Naruto did as well. When Kurama saw Naruto place his hands in the snake's seal, he looked shocked. Naruto, are you about to? Yes, Kurama. If he transforms, he could hurt the civilians. It has to be done now before he gets too difficult to put down, said Naruto as Kurama agreed. In the Kage booth, Gaara's transforming. Splendid, maybe he'll kill that boy so I can be rid of him, thought Orochimaru until he felt and saw Naruto's chakra. His chakra is so potent. And at that age, I don't even feel the Kyuubi, it's all him. And the feeling of his chakra. Don't tell me? Hiruzen smiled slightly as he felt Orochimaru's inner turmoil. Naruto-kun is about to shock the world, thought Hiruzen. Naruto v Gaara. Gaara was preparing to unleash Shukaku until huge branches sprang up from the ground and wrapped around him, restraining his arms and legs. Gaara looked shocked as the branches moved him off the wall into a circle. The circle was being created by emerging wooden pillars with spikes pointed at him. Gaara felt his chakra stop building and was wondering what was going on as he struggled against the wooden binds. As Gaara was trying to break free, he noticed Naruto standing in front of him. Gaara looked up to see Naruto placing a palm on his forehead. I cannot let you harm the people in the stands, said Naruto with a serious glare. Kakuan Niten Shirshu, 10th Edict of Enlightenment, said Naruto as Gaara began to scream. The crowd watched in stunned silence as Gaara began to revert to normal. I was once told that true power comes from wanting to protect those precious to you. This village is precious to me and as such, I'll protect it no matter what, said Naruto as the sand around Gaara moved back into the gourd it was before. Gaara stopped screaming as he fell unconscious. It had taken a full minute of suppressing the Ichibi, but Naruto still smiled. It's over, said Naruto. Genma had lost the ever-present Senbon in his mouth when he saw Naruto suppress a tailed beast. What the hell is this kid? Thought Genma. In the audience, the crowd was still quiet over watching what Naruto just did. You've got to be kidding me? What the hell can Naruto not do? Questioned Kiba as everyone gaped at Naruto's display. Sakura found her voice as she said, Naruto has the same ability as the first Hokage. Mokutan, said Asuma, who dropped his second cigarette today due to Naruto. At that announcement, Ino looked up as she realized something. That's why Naruto loves coming to our shop. He's connected to nature. That's why the flowers always look better when he was around, thought Ino. How could this be possible? Asked a stunned Kurenai, teammate sensei. Guy looked toward Kakashi as he spoke. That's why you were never worried. You knew he could do that. Kakashi only smiled in response. Though he does paint a huge target on himself. But he had to stop Gaara from hurting the citizens, so it's justified, thought Kakashi, proud of his student. Kagebox. Orochimaru looked shocked at what Naruto just did. He has the Mokutan? That's what the monkey was saying about him having something more special than the Kyuubi. He can literally tame it. That boy is too powerful. I'll have to kill him, thought Orochimaru as he couldn't hide his shock. Orochimaru calmed down as quick as he could. With Gaara out of the picture now, a big part of my invasion is ruined. It doesn't matter. I came here to kill Sarutobi-sensei, and that's what I'll do. The invasion is still on. Orochimaru signaled to Kabuto when to start the invasion as Hiruzen spoke to him. Seems the will of fire Hashirama-sama preached about really inherited itself in Naruto, said Hiruzen, amused at Orochimaru's shock. Orochimaru seethed internally at Hiruzen's diction. Indeed it does. But revealing that power makes him a huge target, said Orochimaru as Hiruzen nodded. True, but I have faith that Naruto can handle it, said Hiruzen, still smiling. You've grown up so much, Naruto-kun. Arena floor. Gaara lay motionless at Naruto's feet as the wood from Naruto's jutsu moved back into the ground. Genma-san? Said Naruto as he waved at the proctor. Oh, right. Shousa Naruto Senju, proclaimed Genma loudly. The crowd finally seemed to get over their silence as cheers erupted loudly. Naruto smiled and waved at the crowd as he walked back up to the finalist box. Finalist box. Naruto arrived back in the finalist box as he saw everyone staring at him. You're kidding, right? Said Sasuke. What do you mean, Sasuke? Replied an amused Naruto. Forget it. I don't believe that happened, so it didn't happen. I need to get ready for my match anyway. I don't have time to wonder about your Kekai Genkai, said Sasuke, trying to downplay Naruto's new power. While Naruto was rubbing it in Sasuke's face, Kankuro spoke to Temari. Just forfeit your match. The plan is ruined with Gaara being incapacitated. There's no reason to continue. Genma had just announced Sasuke and Temari's fight as Temari agreed with Kankuro. You're right. There's no need to go against the Uchiha. I'll just quit, said Temari before she heard Sasuke talk. Are you about to quit or something, fangirl? Said Sasuke with emphasis on the fangirl part. You probably are, just like your confused sister did. Temari and Kankuro both looked ready to dish out divine punishment at Sasuke's remarks. Seeing that he hadn't gotten her to commit completely, Sasuke pushed the envelope further. Sasuke smirked as he said, "Figures as much? I mean, I'd quit too if I was facing a man. Girls are weaker than boys anyway. And then you're from a crappy village like Suna. Weak girl in crappy village. You'd have no chance against an elite nin. I'm kicking his ass," said Temari, cutting off Sasuke as she blew him out of the finalist box. Kankuro nodded his head until he saw Naruto smiling at him. "What are you smiling at?" asked Kankuro. "Well, your sister just fell for it. I have suspicions about things and Sasuke's gonna help me get the answers." "And who better than your sister to answer them?" asked Naruto as Kankuro looked stunned. They had just fallen for a trap. Kankuro wanted to tell Temari, but a chop to the back of the neck rendered him unconscious. "Good night," said Naruto as he placed his hand back in his pocket and looked down at the fight arena floor. After being blown out of the finalist box, Sasuke backflipped in midair and landed on the ground gracefully. Temari rode her fan down as she still looked heated. Genma walked up as he asked, "Both fighters ready?" A nod from Sasuke and a slam of her fan from Temari later, Genma started the match. Match 6 of the Chunin exam finals, Hajime. Temari wasted no time as she swung her fan at Sasuke again. Sasuke got struck by the wind as he flew back and hit the stadium wall. However, upon impact he reverted into a log. Where did he get that log? He torched the whole forest earlier? Thought Temari, wondering how logs are always around. Temari dodged as several shuriken and kunai flew past her. She turned around to see Sasuke standing there still smirking. "You arrogant piece of shit!" shouted Temari as she sent another gust at Sasuke. Sasuke looked amused at the wind. "Fire beats wind," said Sasuke as he held the tiger seal. "Katan, Gokaku no Jutsu, fire style, grand fireball technique," said Sasuke as he blew out a huge fireball at Temari. Sasuke's fire seemed to gobble up Temari's wind as it continued toward her. "Oh my," said Temari as all she could do was hide behind her fan. The fire blasted Temari as she stood behind her slightly melting fan. Eventually, the fire died down and Temari could be seen behind her decimated fan. The fan was burned in a few places and was too hot to the touch. It was utterly useless to her now. As she was fretting over her fan, Temari had to move her head to the right to dodge Sasuke's jab. "Gotcha," said Sasuke as his jab turned into a hand that grabbed the back of Temari's head and brought them face to face. "Shit," I looked into his eyes, thought Temari as she found herself pinned down with stakes. "Welcome," said Sasuke as he materialized in front of Temari. "Now you're going to tell me about your plan to attack Konoha." Temari's eyes bulged out as she heard what Sasuke just said. It all made sense. That's why he egged me on to fight. So he could find out about the invasion. "So you are planning an invasion," said Sasuke as Temari looked shocked. "Yes, I can hear your thoughts and I can also tell if you're lying, so let's just get on with this. When's the invasion starting?" Sasuke couldn't really hear Temari's thoughts or tell if she's lying, but Temari didn't know that. Temari was content with keeping quiet until she felt the stakes dig deeper into her body. Temari screamed slightly as Sasuke said, "Please talk, they'll only go deeper if you don't." The stakes went a little deeper as Temari finally cracked. "The invasion starts when the people began to go to sleep. That's the signal," said Temari. "Good, that's all I wanted. Now rest," said Sasuke as Temari fell unconscious. Sasuke had been staring at Temari for 3 minutes until she eventually fell asleep and he let her fall face first in the dirt. "Too easy," said Sasuke as he began to walk away. "Shaosa, Sasuke Uchiha," said Genma as the medics took Temari away. She was out of chakra from her first match and was facing a fire user. She should have just quit. "I wonder what was up with that genjutsu," thought Genma as he heard the crowd cheering at Sasuke's quick victory. Finalist box. Sasuke walked into the finalist box as he nodded at Naruto. "You were right. It is an invasion," said Sasuke as Shikamaru listened in. "Figured as much. Villages don't send a Jinchuriki to another village unless something's going down. Plus Shino said he spotted several groups of Suna ninjas and Oto ninjas on his way in." "We have to tell Kakashi-sensei," said Naruto as he and Sasuke left to the audience. "Troublesome," said Shikamaru, overhearing the conversation and knowing he'd have to fight in the invasion if it did indeed happen. In the audience, since there was a 30-minute intermission before the finals, everyone was waiting patiently for the Senju vs. Uchiha finale. Sakura and Kakashi were overjoyed at the 2 other members of Team 7. "It's pretty hard to make it to the finals," they were cut from their thoughts as Sasuke and Naruto arrived. "Kakashi-sensei, there's an invasion planned," said Naruto. Before Kakashi could respond, an explosion rocked the Kage booth. As everyone's attention was focused on the booth, white feathers began to fall in front of their faces. "Genjutsu," thought Naruto before he dispelled it. Upon releasing it, He noticed that several Suna ninja were surrounding him and the rest of Team 7. Damn, I was too late, thought Naruto. Hey Sasuke, just in case we don't make it out of this alive, I just wanna say, I would have totally kicked your ass in that final match, said Naruto as he prepared to fight. Said Sasuke before he smirked, bet I defeat more. You're on, said Naruto as he and Sasuke charged into the group of ninjas around them. The invasion of Konoha had begun. Chapter 12, Invasion. Before Naruto or Sasuke could make a move against the enemies, Kakashi and Guy appeared before them. Kakashi and Guy disposed of the enemies surrounding them quickly as Kakashi then turned to his genin. Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura. This fight isn't yours. The others and I will handle the stadium. You three need to make your way to the village. Naruto and Sasuke will defend the village while Sakura attends to any wounded. Make haste, said Kakashi as he noticed Naruto staring at the Kage booth, where a huge purple barrier appeared. Don't worry Naruto. The Sandaime will be fine. Plus, he would want you to head to the village anyway. You're in charge, so get going. Naruto looked hesitant at first until Kakashi said the Hokage would want him to protect the village. Naruto turned to see his teammates nod at him. Let's do this, said Naruto as he jumped to the stadium floor followed by Sasuke and Sakura. Naruto bit his thumb midway down and slammed his hand on the ground upon landing. Kuchios no Jutsu, summoning technique, said Naruto as a huge puff of smoke appeared. Gamabunta appeared from the smoke with the genin of Team 7 riding his head. Boss, can we get a ride to Konoha? There's an invasion happening and we're needed at the village. It's that way, said Naruto as Bunta took off for the leaf. Sasuke and Sakura stuck to the huge toad's head using chakra just like Naruto so that they wouldn't fall off. As Gamabunta was leaping toward the leaf, Sasuke spoke. We can't be friends anymore after this, said Sasuke talking to Naruto. You're the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. Hold a Kekai Genkai only seen in the first Hokage, and now you can summon toads. What else can you do cause this is getting out of hand? Naruto smirked. Seems I have a better dance instructor than you, said Naruto as Sasuke scoffed. Naruto kept using his dance line against him. A few moments later, Gamabunta landed at the village gate. We're here, shouted Gamabunta as Sakura nodded and headed toward the hospital. We should make sure all the civilians are out of the way. Don't want any casualties due to collateral damage, but first let's make sure Sakura gets to the hospital, said Naruto. Naruto created several clones that acted as an escort for Sakura. As Naruto was making sure Sakura was safe, Sasuke turned to see a battalion of ninja heading for the village walls. Naruto, we have about 300 ninjas heading toward the village at 3 o'clock. What do you want to do? Asked Sasuke with a smirk. It was time to fight. Naruto looked thoughtful for a second until he slammed his hands in the snake's seal. Mokuton, Jukai Koten, what style? Nativity of a sea of trees, said Naruto as hundreds of newly created trees rushed toward the group of ninja. What the hell? Shouted an Oto Nin as he was skewered by the rush of trees. The trees assaulted the ninjas as they were helpless to the sudden appearance of the forest. Of the 300 ninjas that were there, about 140 were left, and half of those were trapped in or underneath the trees. Burn them. Boss, bring the oil. Sasuke, bring the fire, said Naruto as Gamabunta and Sasuke obliged. Bunta spewed the trees in a thick coat of oil as Sasuke lit the newly created forest ablaze with several well-placed fireballs. Amid the screams and the blazing forest, one Suna ninja looked fearful at the sight. This is a massacre, said a Suna ninja, who had survived the attack. An older Suna ninja disagreed. No, this scene is like the ones my grandfather told me about of Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha. Who could have done this? Naruto and Sasuke appeared in front of the two Suna nin as Naruto spoke. We did, and we're sorry about your Suna comrades, said Naruto as he and Sasuke knocked them both unconscious. We're going to kill all Oto ninjas, but the Suna ninjas we will keep alive. Gigi is fighting Orochimaru, who posed as the Kazekage. I noticed it when I watched that purple barrier go up. He most likely tricked Suna into this invasion by pretending to be their leader, said Naruto. Before he and Sasuke separated, Naruto spoke once again. I'm winning our bet. Naruto vanished in a shunshin as Sasuke smirked. Only because I let you go first, said Sasuke as he took off to defend his home. Kage box 30 minutes earlier. Seems we'll have another Konoha finale at Kazekage-dano, said Hiruzen as he looked toward the Kazekage. The Kazekage shifted his gaze toward Hiruzen as a smoke grenade dropped in between them. Boom! The smoke grenade detonated and created a huge cloud of smoke. After a few moments, the smoke cleared and the view of the booth could be seen. The Kazekage held a kunai to Hiruzen's neck as he lifted him to the roof of the Kage booth. The two Kages stood with the Kazekage still behind Hiruzen with a kunai to his neck. In a rectangle at each corner surrounding the two Kages, 4 Oto shinobi clapped their hands together. Shishinjin, for Violet Flame's formation, shouted the 4 shinobi as a huge purple barrier appeared around the two and a mini barrier formed around those 4 individuals. Seems we're not going to be able to leave anytime soon. But maybe it's for the best if we fight in this barrier without interference. Thought Hiruzen. Kazekage Dano, what is the meaning of this? Asked Hiruzen, feigning shock. Kukukuku, it seems you've gotten senile in your old age. Do you not recognize me? I am your favorite student, said the Kazekage as he took off his face veil. Hiruzen laughed slightly but never turned around. Well, if you are my favorite student, then I may have to send you back to the academy if you perform poorly, started Hiruzen as he dissolved into mud. Doton, Doryu Taiga, Earth Style, Earth Flow River, said Hiruzen, now behind Orochimaru. The mud from the earlier dissolved clone became a mud river that swept Orochimaru down the roof. Orochimaru tried to gain his bearings, but Hiruzen was having none of that. Doton, Doryuden, Earth Style, Earth Dragon Bullet, Katon Karyuden, Fire Style, Fire Dragon Bullet, said Hiruzen as a huge earth dragon rose from the ground and fired off mud bullets at Orochimaru. Hiruzen added fire to the bullets as they rammed into Orochimaru. Are you done with this foolishness, Orochimaru? Said Hiruzen as he took off his robes to reveal his shinobi outfit. Orochimaru rose from the ground a ways away unharmed and smirked. Seems you were prepared to die, sensei. Said Orochimaru as he took off his own robes. Well, let's get to it, shall we? Finished Orochimaru as he flew through several hand seals. Hiruzen attempted to stop Orochimaru by using the Kage Shuriken no Jutsu, Shadow Shuriken technique, but it was too late as 2 coffins rose to shield Orochimaru from the projectiles. Seems the 3rd coffin failed. No matter, these 2 will be enough, thought Orochimaru as the 2 coffins opened to show the 1st and 2nd Hokages. Orochimaru placed a kunai with seal tags into each of their heads. Shall we, sensei? Said Orochimaru as the 2 previous Kages sprinted at Sarutobi. Konoha, ah! A snake! Shouted a civilian as a huge snake slithered toward them. The snake was preparing to eat the civilians until a huge toad appeared. Kuchios, Yatai Kazushi no Jutsu, Summoning, Food Cart Destroyer Technique. Came the shout of Naruto as he appeared above the snake. Naruto summoned a huge toad that landed on the snake and crushed it underneath its weight. Are you okay? Asked Naruto to the civilians, who merely nodded their heads at their savior. Naruto was still clad in his Umbu outfit from earlier, but it seemed he'd picked up a new addition. An orange scarf was wrapped around his neck that flowed behind him. He had acquired it from another civilian he had saved earlier, who gave it to him as thanks. Naruto couldn't resist it. It was his favorite color. Naruto placed his hands in the ram seal as he said, Moku Bunshin no Jutsu, wood clone technique. From Naruto's body, protrusions of wood appeared and flew out of his body to form dozens of clones. Naruto gave his clones orders to spread out and continue to assist with Konoha's defense and the evacuation of the villagers. You're pretty good, bro, said a small orange toad on Naruto's head. I try, Gamakichi. Though it seems that we're getting nowhere close to the end of this invasion. How many enemies are there? Asked Naruto. Naruto had tried to summon a small toad to get word to Jiraiya about the invasion, but Gamakichi appeared instead and stayed with Naruto. Naruto had no qualms with his presence, as the small toad was good company. Looking good, kid, said a new voice as Naruto turned to see Ibiki behind him flanked with 2 Umbu. Nice scarf and matching toad, said Ibiki, amused at the comical sight of a 14-year-old, blonde kid, who is slowly becoming the most important ninja in the village, have a small toad on his head. Hey, we look good, said Naruto as he and Gamakichi fist bumped. Naruto then asked, the village seems empty. Did you already get all the villagers out of here? I've only seen a handful since I've been here. Yeah, kid, that's village protocol during attacks like these. You wouldn't know since you haven't had to deal with something like this before, said Ibiki as he explained. It's written in the Konoha manual that during the event that the village is attacked, we move into 3 stages of defense. Stage 1 involves us eliminating all enemy forces that have infiltrated the village. If that fails, we move to Stage 2, consisting of evacuating the villagers, while slowing the enemy's advance. And finally, Stage 3. What's Stage 3? Asked Naruto since Ibiki paused for a moment. Naruto heard a few screams and Ibiki smirked. Eliminating all threats in the village, said Ibiki as screams could be heard all over. Naruto looked to see a huge Akimichi member appear towering and stomping about. Choza, Choji's dad. That means, trailed off Naruto as he could see several shinobi caught in Shikaku's jutsu and Inoichi causing enemy ninjas to attack each other. Seems the Inoshikacho is powerful. Finished Naruto as he watched Konoha easily handling the opposing forces. You're right. We got the village, kid, you go handle the village walls. There's more out there for someone of your skill set than in here where you could potentially harm the village. Get going, said Ibiki as Naruto nodded and took off for the village walls. Kid's gonna be good one day. Strong, smart, and quite mature for his age. Thought Ibiki until he remembered something, maybe not mature. You can't take a kid with an orange toad on his head serious. Village walls, Chidori! Shouted Sasuke as he cut through an Oto ninja. Sasuke turned to see Naruto appear behind him. Nice scarf. And baby toad, nice jutsu. Seems you learned more from Kakashi than you told me. Seems we all have our little secrets, said Naruto as he stiffened slightly. A few moments later, Naruto looked to see about 30 Oto ninjas surround him and Sasuke. How many people are there in this invasion? One of the Oto ninjas smirked. Hello Naruto, Senju and Sasuke Uchiha. We've been given orders to capture you both, and that is what's going to happen. We're the elite in Otogekure. All of us are Jonin, and you two have no chance. So just surrender now, and this will be over with. Naruto and Sasuke looked at each other and nodded. Okay, said Naruto as he and Sasuke put their hands out in a surrendering fashion. The Oto ninja looked on amused at their surrender but took it as a blessing. No unnecessary fighting. 4 ninjas grabbed onto Naruto and Sasuke and prepared to take them away. Boom! Both Naruto and Sasuke detonated on the 4 surrounding shinobi, killing them instantly. What the hell? Said one of the remaining ninja, who had a few singe marks from being in the blast radius. That's 4 more who count toward my total. I'm sure I'm kicking your ass right now in our bet, said Naruto as he had been keeping count of his kills. Naruto and Sasuke were standing on a nearby tree branch overlooking the group. Naruto and Sasuke had traded places with 2 of Naruto's wood clones, with one transforming into Sasuke. The clones then used Bunshin Daibakuha, Clone Great Explosion, to explode on the Oto ninjas. Naruto could only use that jutsu with his wood clones though. His rock clones needed an explosive note. Whatever, let's just get this over with. I'm sick of this stupid and futile invasion, said Sasuke, who had still been keeping his count and knew he wasn't beating Naruto. He hadn't caught Naruto's kills since the first attack. Naruto and Sasuke began to kill the remaining Oto Jonins easily and swiftly with kunai. They were terrible ninjas and likely given that title probably to help convince Tsunade to attack. Naruto finished off the last ninja as he then pointed a kunai at the appearance of another presence. Whoa. Calm down, Gaki, it's just me, said Jiraiya as he landed near Sasuke and Naruto. Jiraiya-sensei. You're still here, I thought you left? Said Naruto as Jiraiya had told him he'd be leaving a week before the finals started. Jiraiya smirked. Who do you think told Konoha about this invasion? I'm Konoha's spymaster, kid, plus I had to protect my home. Though I didn't know Tsunade would be involved. Said Jiraiya as Naruto realized that's why he had come back in the first place. Jiraiya was here to warn the Hokage about the impending invasion. So are we almost done? And how is Gigi? Asked Naruto as he was still concerned about Hiruzen. The purple barrier was still up, so that meant they had to be fighting still. It should be about over. Stage 3 is in effect, and that'll pretty much end the fight inside the village. So since they have the village taken care of, why don't we go check on Sensei? Said Jiraiya as he noticed Naruto's attire. Nice scarf, and is that Gamakichi on your head? You're a weird kid, you can come too, Sasuke. With that said, the trio headed back to the stadium to check on things there. Kage Tower. 10 minutes later, Naruto, Sasuke, and Jiraiya appeared on the rooftop as they saw 3 other Anbu standing outside the barrier. Naruto scanned for the Hokage but couldn't see him due to the large forest blocking his view. Forest? Is Tenzo-sensei in there? No, it couldn't be. The forest is too large. Sensei couldn't do something like that. That can't mean? Thought Naruto, fearing the worst. An Anbu turned toward the new arrivals. Jiraiya-sama, what's going on in the barrier? Asked Jiraiya. Sandaime-sama is facing off against Orochimaru. However, Orochimaru used Edo Tensei, reanimation, and brought back the first and second Hokages. They've been fighting since the invasion started, and we haven't seen Hokage-sama since this forest sprang up a while ago. Said the Anbu. Have you not tried to get in? Asked Naruto. That barrier is impossible to get into unless you can stop the ones using it. But since they put a barrier around themselves, it's difficult to get to them, replied the Anbu. As he finished speaking, Naruto vanished in a shunshin. Where's he going? Did you guys ever think to attack them from underground? Asked Sasuke as he followed after Naruto. The Sandaime was important to him too. Hiruzen had helped in getting Sasuke back on his feet after the massacre. Naruto appeared in front of a corner of the barrier as he looked at the shinobi inside. Sasuke showed up behind him as the shinobi spoke. "Hello, shitheads," said the red-headed kunoichi as she smirked at the two arrivals. "What the hell are you gonna do, fuckers? You can't get in the barrier, so get the fuck away from me." Naruto said nothing as he slammed a hand into the ground. Naruto used Mokutan, Daijin no Jutsu, wood style, great forest technique, to morph his left arm into a wooden branch. "Shit!" shouted the redhead as a branch appeared in front of her, and she had to dodge it or die. However, upon dodging, she had to let go of the jutsu, ending the barrier jutsu entirely. "We have a problem, shit!" said one of her teammates who seemingly had two heads. The barrier had been comprised, but it had been perfect timing since Orochimaru was needing to leave anyway. He rushed over and grabbed Orochimaru as the redhead and the other two ninjas covered their exit. Sasuke wanted to go after them, but Naruto insisted they go check on the Hokage. Naruto and Sasuke arrived to see Jiraiya land near the Hokage, who was lying prone on the ground lifeless. Kurama could sense Naruto's inner turmoil and knew it would lead to nothing good. "Naruto, don't do anything brash," said Kurama, trying to keep Naruto thinking straight. Naruto didn't respond as Sasuke found the voice to say, "Is he?" Yes, he gave his life to defeat the first, second, and Orochimaru in battle. Though he couldn't finish off the snake. Came the reply of an aged monkey, likely the summoning for Hiruzen. "He left me with instructions for a Naruto senju." After a few moments and with Naruto not saying anything, Jiraiya voiced his concerns for his apprentice. "Naruto, are you alright?" asked Jiraiya since he hadn't talked since asking the Umbu that question earlier. Naruto didn't speak or even acknowledge that he heard anybody. Naruto had just lost the one man who was practically his life. His grandfather in all but blood. The man who helped start him toward his dream of being a great shinobi, and now he was gone. Naruto gently took Gamakichi off his head as he looked to where Orochimaru fled. "Naruto?" asked Jiraiya once more, trying to get a response. Naruto responded by activating his one-tailed cloak and taking off after the fleeing Sannin. "Seems the boy is hellbent on getting to him." "He must be the boy whom Hiruzen was telling me about," said the monkey as Jiraiya nodded. "Yes, he is Enma-sama," said Jiraiya as he noticed Sasuke take off after Naruto. "What was that message Sensei wanted to tell him?" Enma relayed the message to Jiraiya and then disappeared in a puff of smoke. Jiraiya nodded as he left Sarutobi to his Umbu guards and headed off to assist Naruto and Sasuke. Nearing Konoha's walls, Orochimaru was in pain. His plans were ruined by Hiruzen due to him stealing his arms from him. He was now being assisted by his Sound Four in fleeing the village, but as they were fleeing, they felt an ominous presence appear. Turning around, they saw Naruto cloaked in a red fox shroud running toward them at a rapidly approaching pace. The ninja with two heads spoke. "Orochimaru-sama, we have a problem. The senju boy is hot on our trail and he's clad in his bijou cloak." Orochimaru looked to see Naruto gaining on them rapidly. Orochimaru knew this wasn't going to end well for any of them if Naruto got to them. But luck seemed to be on Orochimaru's side as his remaining Oto forces appeared to accompany him in his retreat. "You all stop him. Kill him if you must, just don't let him continue," said Orochimaru in a panic as everyone besides the Sound Four and Orochimaru stopped to face off against the Jinchuriki. The Oto ninjas all stood in preparation as Naruto would be there any second. Naruto arrived shortly after Orochimaru had continued on his journey to see his path stopped by nearly 100 Oto shinobi. "Fire!" said one of the Oto ninjas, commanding the rest. All of the ninjas let loose a barrage of kunai, shuriken, and any other weapon they had at the approaching Naruto. Naruto never stopped running as he let loose a primal roar. That roar created a powerful shockwave that blew back the projectiles as Naruto continued toward Orochimaru. Naruto tried to keep sprinting through, but a group of enemies got in the way. Naruto stabbed a clawed hand cleanly through the heart and out the back of one of them, and it seemed to set something off in Naruto. Naruto then began ripping through every Oto shinobi in the area, cutting them down left and right. Sasuke and Jiraiya appeared a little ways off to watch the carnage Naruto was dishing out to the helpless shinobis. They looked to see Orochimaru gone, as that's why Naruto must have gotten angry. They stopped him from getting his retribution. "Let's let him cool down before we try to stop him," said Jiraiya as Sasuke quickly nodded his head. They didn't want any piece of what Naruto was giving out. After about 5 minutes of hunting every Oto ninja and then tearing them apart, Naruto could be seen cloaked still in his chakra shroud, mercilessly punching the last Oto ninja repeatedly. Naruto didn't have any blood on him due to his chakra shroud vaporizing it upon contact. Naruto continued to punch even as he heard a voice. Naruto, stop, it's over, said Kurama, trying to calm his partner down. Naruto never acknowledged Kurama as he continued to turn the ninja's head into mush. Naruto reared back for another punch as he felt his arm get stopped midway. His chakra shroud vanished immediately as he felt a piece of paper touch his forehead. It was a seal tag placed by Jiraiya. Jiraiya-sensei. I couldn't catch, said Naruto as he fell into a deep sleep. Jiraiya nodded his head at Naruto and picked him up and placed him on his shoulder. I know, kid. I know. 1 week later, Team 7 had been dismissed for the day as they all separated after a few D-ranked missions. The missions were to help the village recover after Orochimaru's invasion. Suna had immediately surrendered to Konoha once they knew that Orochimaru had duped them into fighting. Konoha still held the Kazekage's children captive to keep an edge in negotiation. After being dismissed for the day, Naruto had taken to wandering around the village aimlessly with no true destination. While walking around the village, he shifted his gaze up to the Hokage mountain, specifically the Sandame's face. Naruto blew out a sigh at the memory of the Sandame. Konoha held a funeral for the lives lost in the invasion, with Hiruzen being one of them. That day, the rain fell as it seemingly wept for their longest-tenured Hokage. Ever since that day, the vegetation around Konoha was paler than normal due to Naruto's influence from his somber mood. As Naruto was looking up toward the mountain, he felt a presence behind him, a familiar presence. Hey, Jiraiya-sensei. You need something? Said Naruto, devoid of emotion. Jiraiya looked at Naruto as he said, Yeah, kid. I need you to come with me to find someone, and you also got another mission that you'd be perfect for. Naruto raised an eyebrow as he turned to face Jiraiya. Find someone? Aren't you the new Hokage? Why would you leave so soon? Asked Naruto, confused. That position isn't for me, kid. Though I was considered, you were as well, said Jiraiya as Naruto raised both eyebrows in shock. What? Yeah, kid, your accomplishments travel fast. You were deemed too young to hold the position though, but you did make it in the bingo book, said Jiraiya as he tossed a new bingo book at Naruto. Page 112, kid. Naruto caught the book and opened it to the page. Yugito ni? Asked Naruto, confused as he had flipped to a page containing a girl from Kumogaku's information. Got him mixed up. Page 76, said Jiraiya as Naruto flipped to his page. There was a picture near his name. The picture of him with his orange scarf and gamakichi on his head. Not really threatening with that photo, said Naruto as Jiraiya chuckled. As Jiraiya laughed, Naruto read through his information. Name Naruto Senju. Age approximate 14. Gender male. Origin Konohagakure. Clan Senju clan. Affiliated with Konoha. Ninja rank Genin. Wears Umbu outfit. Physical description: 5 feet 6 inches tall, 125 pounds. Has deep violet eyes and golden blonde hair with 2 jaw-length bangs framing either side of his face. Also has 6 whisker mark-like scars with 3 on each cheek. Elements: futon, doton, and suiton. Rank A. Approach with caution. Special talents: Jinchuriki of the Kyubi. Excellent control over Bijou. Can use Mokuton. Bounty: 50 million real alive or dead stationed by Otogakure. Naruto looked up to Jiraiya as he finished reading over his information. Well, that makes me seem pretty dangerous despite that picture, said Naruto as he then asked, Can everyone read this now? Yeah, brat. Seems Orochimaru put out quite the huge hit on you, and I'm sure when the other Kages get a hold of this information, they'll add their own. You need to watch your back from now on. But luckily I'm here to make sure you get strong enough to do so on your own without me like a bodyguard all the time, said Jiraiya as Naruto flipped back to page 112. Yugito ni, why do you want me to get to this page? Is she the mission? Asked Naruto as he looked over Yugito's picture. Damn. She's beautiful, thought Naruto, slightly mesmerized by Yugito's photo. Jiraiya reached into his Heori. That's right, brat. On our way to finding this person, you're going to go on a side mission. Jiraiya tossed Naruto a scroll as Naruto read over its contents. A paw print? Asked Naruto, confused, wondering what kind of mission this was. Jiraiya clapped a hand on Naruto's shoulder. Yes, my young apprentice. You will approach her and ask for her paw print and, if necessary, forcibly take it. She doesn't look like she would have paws, so why would I need her paw print? She's not an animal. Jiraiya deadpanned at Naruto. If you hadn't been drooling over her looks, then you would have actually read her information and figured it out for yourself. Naruto looked sheepish at being caught like that. He then read through Yugito's info. Name, Yugito ni. Age, approximate 16. Gender, female. Origin, Kumogakure. Clan, no known clan affiliation. Affiliated with Kumo. Ninja rank Jonin. Physical description: 5 feet 5 inches feet tall, 100 pounds. Has dark eyes and long, straight, blonde hair bound into a ponytail by taut bandages. Elements: Katan and Raiton. Rank A. Special talents: Jinchuriki of the Nibi. Near perfect control of Bijou. Bounty: no bounty available. Naruto looked shocked to see Yugito be a Jinchuriki as well. She's just like me, thought Naruto until he realized something. You want me to find her and ask her for her paw print? The paw print of the two tails? Said Naruto as Jiraiya nodded. Who's the client for this mission? It's not you, is it? Asked Naruto. No, it's not me. Your client is a cat. This was originally a mission for Sasuke, said Jiraiya as Naruto perked up. Sasuke? Why would he give me his mission? Asked Naruto. To get you out of the village for a little while. He took the other cat left on his list, and he left this one for you. And you're gonna do it. Now enough questions. Pack your stuff and we'll head out in an hour, shouted Jiraiya as he disappeared in a poof of smoke. Naruto nodded his head and vanished in a shunshin to get prepped for the missions. Naruto grabbed his bag and shut his apartment door as he headed off to the village gate. Yugito ni. This should be interesting, thought Naruto as he looked back to the Hokage mountain. Sorry I couldn't make it in time, Gigi. I miss you and I hope you're resting in peace. Thanks for everything. As Naruto was walking away, he pulled out a sealed envelope with his name on it. To Naruto Senju, from Hiruzen Sarutobi. Naruto decided he'd have to read it at some point shortly, but he'd do it after his trip with Jiraiya. Chapter 13: The Cat and the Fox. Jiraiya noticed a familiar mop of yellow hair heading toward the main gate. As the mop of hair got closer, Jiraiya stopped leaning on the gate to acknowledge the person who accompanied said mop of yellow hair. Looking good, kid. Though you're missing your baby toad, said Jiraiya as Naruto walked up to him in his Umba uniform, complete with his orange scarf. But it seems you got a new addition, congrats. Yeah. Seems like I'm all but official. Gamma, member of Squad 3 under Nico Taicho, Captain Cat, said Naruto as he took off his white porcelain mask, painted orange into the shape of a frog. They figured it fit my bingo book description. I'm not official until I get sworn in by the Hokage, but I'm pretty much one. I have to wear my mask and uniform to get used to wearing it when on actual missions, Nico's orders. Jiraiya nodded as he patted Naruto on the back. Well, let's get to it. We have a short walk before we separate, said Jiraiya as he and Naruto began to walk away from Konoha. Hey! You guys have to sign out, shouted one of the gate guards as he was quickly shushed by the other guard. That's Jiraiya-sama. Are you trying to get us in trouble, Kotetsu? Said the guard in a panic. Kotetsu immediately regretted his words. Sorry, Izumo. Wait, is that an Umbu with him? Izumo looked at the retreating two figures. Yeah, looks like it. He's got some golden hair. Wonder who it is, said Izumo as he went back into his booth to continue reading his magazine. Kotetsu deadpanned. He's obviously Naruto Senju. He's the only one with that hair. Idiot, thought Kotetsu as Jiraiya and Naruto finally disappeared from view. Several hours later, Jiraiya and Naruto stopped at a hotel and booked a room for the night. Upon arriving, Jiraiya left Naruto with instructions to head off for his own mission. He told Naruto it'd take him a while to track this person and even longer to convince them to come back. Naruto was currently in their room preparing himself to head toward Kumo and track Yugito ni for a paw print. Paw Encyclopedia. Sasuke was given a list of cats to take the paw print of by his older brother as a game. Then why would he want me to handle his list? Thought Naruto. To get you out of Konoha, said Kurama as Naruto listened in. Ever since that old man died, you've been quite the depressed kid. I'm guessing he figured you needed to get away for a while so you could handle his death without a constant reminder. Being in Konoha, you were always looking at the mountain with his face on it, so he figured you needed to get out for a while. Naruto nodded his head until he asked, Is the Two Tails dangerous? Kurama chuckled in Naruto's head. If you think the Ichibi was dangerous, then yes. This girl can access more than one tail, and she's apparently in control. Each bijou is more powerful as the tails grow, said Kurama as Naruto nodded. Makes sense. More tails, more power. And about that paw print, you better be careful cause a paw print of a cat is like asking you if you want a naked picture of yourself recorded. Naruto gulped slightly. He'd have to ask a girl for basically a nude photo. Naruto blushed at the implication but understood Kurama all the same. Naruto was putting down his mission scroll as he stiffened slightly. Naruto sensed a huge presence approaching his door with a smaller but still larger than normal presence accompanying it. Naruto felt the two approach his door as he heard a knock. This isn't going to be good. thought Naruto as he created a would Clanito go and find Jiraiya. Naruto opened the door and got nervous at the sight of the two people there. Hello Naruto-kun, said the smaller of the two. They were both donning black cloaks with red clouds on them and straw hats. Naruto could see the blue skin of the taller shinobi, and only a pair of blood-red eyes from the smaller shinobi. Sharingan, thought Naruto as he said, you're Itachi Uchiha, S-rank missing nin from Konoha who killed his whole clan in one night. The taller of the two laughed slightly. Seems you really are that famous in that village of yours, Itachi-san. Even this brat knows you, said the taller ninja as he took off his hat. You're kidding me, right? Kisame Hashigaki, another S-rank missing nin, hailing from Kirigakure. A member of the Seven Swordsmen of the Mist, and wanted for numerous crimes across the land of water. Can I ask what you all are here for? It's probably something involving me since you came here specifically, said Naruto as Kisame looked giddy. Seems I'm more famous than I thought, said Kisame as he touched the sword on his back. Shall I cut his legs off to ensure he doesn't run away? Whispered Kisame to Itachi. Itachi took off his straw hat as he said, Please come with us, Naruto-kun. Naruto looked for a second until he flared his chakra. The ground around Naruto cracked slightly as he dispelled a genjutsu placed on him through eye contact. Why'd you put me under a genjutsu first? That must mean whatever I'm coming with you for has bad consequences if that was necessary, said Naruto. When Naruto flared his chakra, Naruto noticed the sword on Kisame's back seemed to wiggle. Samahata is getting excited over the kid's chakra. Let me capture this one while you hang back, said Kisame as he took the sword off his back. Itachi looked on emotionlessly as Kisame took that as a yes. Kisame lashed out with a fast overhead strike that Naruto backpedaled away from. Naruto went out of the window as he landed on the building's ledge. This isn't good, thought Naruto as he channeled his one-tailed cloak. Kisame stepped outside following Naruto's retreat. Upon setting his foot down, Kisame saw Naruto appear in front of him with a shunshin and a fist poised to strike. Kid's fast. His speed with the shunshin is impressive, and he can even access his bija, thought Kisame as he blocked Naruto's punch with his sword. Right before Naruto connected with the bandaged sword, he felt a strange sensation in his body. What was that? Thought Naruto as he hit the sword and had to backflip away from Kisame's counter-sword strike. However, Naruto couldn't get away fully and received a cut across his arm. Naruto, he absorbed your chakra with that sword. And the way he swings it, it's more powerful and faster than what you saw the swordsman in Wave do. This is not a fight you want to be in, he's only toying with you, said Kurama. Naruto felt the wound on his arm sizzle and heal due to Kurama but knew his friend was right. If I tried to channel chakra for a technique, his sword will just steal it. I can't beat him in a straight-out taijutsu fight when he has that big-ass sword. Maybe genjutsu, but I'm not too good at it. That'll make him worry in the slightest. And even if I was able to best him, Itachi would just interfere. This isn't looking good for the home team. I hope Jiraiya-sensei gets here soon, thought Naruto as he knew he was in deep trouble. Kisame lunged at Naruto again as Naruto took out a kunai to block the downward sword strike. As they were engaged in a clash of sword versus kunai, Kisame easily began to overpower Naruto. Kisame pushed down far enough for his sword to touch Naruto's shoulder. My great blade Samahata doesn't slice. It shaves! Shouted Kisame as he retracted Samahata, tearing a deep gash into Naruto's shoulder. Blood seeped from Naruto's wound, but after a few seconds, it healed just like his last wound. I need to get enough distance to use a technique, or maybe a distraction, thought Naruto. Brat, I'm sure you know this. There's a big difference between a ninja like you and a ninja like me. Especially now, I'm your worst matchup. Just give up and I'll only cut from the knee down. If not, I'll shave you to pieces until you can't heal anymore, said Kisame until he saw Naruto slam his hands in the snake seal. Kisame swung Samahata down to absorb his chakra, but Naruto was too fast. Mokutan, Mokujihiki, wood style, wood locking wall, said Naruto as a dome of wood pillars surrounded him. Kisame's sword smashed through Naruto's wall as he looked in to see Naruto gone. Ha, seems I let my guard down. Kid's good. Took advantage of my talking to get away. Even used Mokutan. Impressive, said Kisame as he took off back through the room and back into the hallway. Kisame slammed his sword down into the ground as Naruto came flying out of it to dodge. Samahata can smell your chakra, kid, you won't be getting away, finished Kisame as Itachi could be seen flanking Kisame now. Shit, thought Naruto as Kisame looked ready to strike again until Itachi spoke. Hello Sasuke, said Itachi as he turned his head to see another person at the end of the hallway. I do not need you at the moment, Naruto's more important. Sasuke was standing at the end of the hallway garbed in his Umbu outfit just like the one during the exams. Sasuke took off his own white porcelain mask, colored purple into a hawk shape, as his Sharingan spun to life. Itachi, you've told me to live my life with hatred to get strong enough to defeat you. Well, I have, and right now, I want to kill you so bad, said Sasuke, clenching his fists in anger. Oh ho. Itachi-san, he looks just like you and has the same eyes. Who is he? I thought you killed all the Uchihas, said Kisame, intrigued by the new arrival, though not forgetting about Naruto. My foolish little brother. I left him alive as he wasn't worth killing, said Itachi as he fully faced Sasuke. Upon looking at Sasuke fully, Itachi noticed that there was something off about Sasuke. Quite good fortune he showed up. Though it'll mean nothing, as the elder Uchiha can stop Sasuke from assisting you, and you are not making any progress against the fish. You better hope the pervert arrives soon, said Kurama. Yeah, it seems that way, but it does buy some more time for Jiraiya-sensei to show up. My clone got to him, he was already coming here, replied Naruto to Kurama in his head. Sasuke was shaking slightly as he stared at Itachi. I want to kill you so badly, said Sasuke as he then looked toward Naruto. But a friend of mine told me a few things that make me hesitant. What would those things be? Asked Itachi stoically. Sasuke looked back at Itachi as he asked, He made me think over the massacre again, and I promised to ask this before killing you. Why did you kill our clan? I've told you before, to test my capacity, replied Itachi as Sasuke looked ready to kill. Sasuke, remember our talk, said Naruto as Sasuke visibly calmed down. Yeah, I remember it. Flashback 2 years ago. Sasuke and Naruto had just finished a spar together. They had been sparring together for a little over 2 years and had become quite good friends. Sasuke got his ass handed to him again by Naruto as he couldn't even hit him cleanly once. As Sasuke was laying on the ground with bruises, he spoke to Naruto about something he hadn't told anyone besides the Hokage. My brother killed my clan that night, said Sasuke as Naruto looked at him with an eyebrow raised. Your brother killed your clan? Asked Naruto as Sasuke nodded. Sasuke had a tear fall as he said yes. He murdered my whole family in one night and left me alive. I saw the bodies and him standing over my mom and dad as he told me. He left me alive to live this terrible existence, but one day, I'll see him again and won't hesitate to kill him. That's why I have to get stronger, to avenge my family. Damn, that's why he's like that, but something seems wrong about this, thought Naruto as he said, Sasuke, can I ask you a few things? After seeing Sasuke nod, Naruto continued, what was your brother like? Noticing Sasuke's look, Naruto put up placating hands. You don't have to answer that if it's too personal. Sasuke looked at Naruto apprehensively as he said, no, it's fine. I loved my brother Itachi. He was my idol. I always tried to surpass him when I was younger. I still try. He was a prodigy, a once-in-a-generation type of guy. He was kind, gentle, and was always there for me. You remind me a lot of him. Me? Yeah, you're good just like he was at that age, and you're kind to everyone just like he was. You also never seem like you're caught off guard by anything. Your thinking seems to be on a whole different level. He was just like that before he killed my clan, said Sasuke as his Sharingan disappeared and a few tears appeared. Naruto nodded his head as he seemed to contemplate something. Hey Sasuke, what did Itachi tell you before he left? Did he tell you why? Sasuke had never opened up to anyone about the massacre this much before, but after the 2 years of training with Naruto and getting to be good friends, he felt he could tell him. He told me he killed our clan to test the limits of his ability, to measure his capacity. He even showed me the entire massacre through his eyes with a powerful genjutsu. He made me watch it over and over again, said Sasuke as his Sharingan came back to life and began to spin. He clenched his fists as he felt a hand touch his shoulder. Naruto said, well Sasuke, don't worry, I'll help you. What? This revenge is mine and mine alone, said Sasuke as he got slightly angry. I know that. It's just he may have a partner that could interfere and I'll be there to stop that person, said Naruto as he held a fist out to Sasuke. Sasuke bumped fist with a nod. Though you have to promise me something. What's that? Asked Sasuke. Make sure you know Itachi killed your clan for those purposes, said Naruto as Sasuke looked shocked. Seeing Sasuke's face, Naruto explained, well, if we're talking about the same Itachi Uchiha, the Umbu captain by the age of 13, then I find it hard to believe he killed your clan for that reason. It doesn't make sense, especially if you're saying I remind you of him. He seems like the kind of person who wouldn't do something without a good reason. And if he was as good as the records say, then there weren't many shinobi better than him anyway. So why would a guy like him kill his clan just to test his ability? He already didn't have much more powerful than him since the age of 13, and he was only going to grow. It just doesn't make sense. Sasuke looked at Naruto in disbelief as he spoke calmly about his elder brother. Sasuke wanted to shout at Naruto about how wrong he was, but Naruto was making valid points. To further implement it, Naruto said, and if he really did do it for that reason, you can still kill him. But I'm just asking you to think about it logically. When Naruto saw Sasuke nod his head, Naruto smirked. You ain't beating him as you are. If he was an Umbu captain at 13, he's probably incredible now, and if you can't defeat me, then you are definitely not beating him, Sasuke-chan, said Naruto mockingly. Sasuke returned the smirk as he got up and lunged at Naruto with a fist outstretched. Flashback end. Sasuke looked at Naruto and realized that they were in deep trouble. He had heard that Itachi showed up in search of Naruto and left after leaving Kakashi bedridden. Sasuke immediately took off to find Naruto since that was who Itachi was after. Sasuke and Naruto knew that with even both of them together, they would not be able to defeat either one of them, even 2-on-1. However, Sasuke's timely arrival did buy them some time, and Naruto knew Jiraiya would be here any moment. Sasuke looked back at Itachi as he said, I can't tell if you're lying or not, but it doesn't really matter. You're here and so am I, and I'm going to get my revenge. Naruto, stay out of this. This is my fight and I have to know where I stand against him. Sasuke's hand sparked to life as he shouted, Chidori. Sasuke took off toward Itachi as he lunged at him, ready to pierce him. However, Itachi caught Sasuke's wrist with seemingly no effort and snapped it just as easy. Itachi then booted Sasuke down the hallway with a kick as Sasuke struck the wall at the end of the hallway. He stopped that attack like it was nothing. Then he lashed out with a kick that sent Sasuke sailing at least 50 feet, maybe more since the wall stopped him. Thought Naruto, well damn. That started Kurama in Naruto's head before trailing off. I'm not sure what would have been worst. Shaved down by a sword or that. That guy takes way less time with his opponents than the blue guy. Naruto tried to shunch him to attack Itachi from behind, but Kisame was having none of that. With a swift swipe of Samahata, Naruto felt his chakra leave him again. How about we let them go one-on-one like your friend asked? Don't worry, we'll get to you, said Kisame. Sasuke stood back up off the wall and ran back at Itachi with a fist cocked back. It did no better as he took a knee to the gut that knocked the air out of him. Itachi kicked Sasuke back down the hallway as Itachi then slowly walked toward the hurt Sasuke. Damn it, even after all that training, he's still that much better. It's just like with Naruto. I can't close the gap on either of them, thought Sasuke as he looked up to see Itachi in front of him. Sasuke threw another feeble punch, but it was evaded by Itachi as he punched him in the gut. Sasuke felt the air leave him again as he got hunched over from the punch. Sasuke then received a knee directly to the face that brought him back upright. Itachi grasped Sasuke's throat as he said, You know why you're so weak? Because you don't have enough hate. You have no hope of avenging your clan if this is your capacity. Maybe you need some more motivation, said Itachi as his eyes morphed into a triple-bladed shuriken. Tsukuyami, Moon Reader, whispered Itachi as he stared at Sasuke. A second later, Sasuke screamed and fainted with Itachi's hands still around his neck. What the hell happened? What technique was that? Thought Naruto as he heard a voice behind him. Kuchios, Gamaguchi Shibari, summoning, toad mouth bind, said Jiraiya as the hallway slowly morphed into pink flesh. Sorry I was late, but this is my terrain now. Naruto, don't move. The wall of flesh consumed Sasuke as Itachi had to let go. That's how they are getting information on us, thought Itachi as he then said, Kisame, we need to go. If we faced him, we would do no better than a stalemate. Kisame looked reluctant to agree but followed nonetheless. Jiraiya smirked knowing it was impossible to leave but was shocked when he heard an explosion. Jiraiya immediately took off to investigate, and saw a huge hole with black flames burning around the edges. Jiraiya looked at the fire for a second until he pulled out a blank scroll and wrote a seal on it. Fukahoin, fire sealing method, said Jiraiya as chakra seeped out of the scroll and surrounded the black flames. The chakra then took the flames and placed them into the scroll, in the center of the scroll. He used fire to escape the esophagus of a fire-breathing toad. I wonder what kind of flames those were. Jiraiya ended his technique as Sasuke came out of the wall. Naruto performed a shunshin to catch Sasuke as Jiraiya walked over. You totally jinxed me. As soon as you tell me about Akatsuki, they appear. It's all your fault, said Naruto as Jiraiya laughed slightly. Maybe you're right, kid, sorry about that. 2 days later. Halt. State your name and business, said a ninja sitting at the gate. My name is Menma, and I'm a writer trying to find the best cuisine in the world, said the man they were speaking to as he handed them his papers. He had on a long-sleeved white shirt and black pants. He wore a matching black haori and had on rectangle-rimmed glasses. He had black spiky hair with 2 bangs framing either side of his face and black eyes. The gate guard checked over his papers as the other gate guard searched him for any weapons. After a clean sweep of no weapons or anything volatile, the gate guard handed him back his papers and said, "Welcome to Kumo. Enjoy your stay." "Thank you, and I'm sure I will," said Menma as he walked into the village. Menma walked around the village for a little while until he spotted a sushi restaurant. Arriving at the restaurant, Menma was greeted by a waitress as he sat down. "Hello, welcome to Kumo's sushi bar. I'm Amy and I'll be your server. Can I start you off with a drink?" asked Amy as she pulled out a notepad. Menma smiled a warm smile as he said, "Sure, Amy, what would you recommend?" Amy blushed slightly at the handsome face of her customer. "Gotcha," thought Menma as he and Amy debated over what he should eat. About an hour later, Amy was laughing with Menma as Menma boasted an incredible claim to the pretty waitress. "You can eat a whole chicken leg in one bite?" asked Amy, giggling slightly. Menma smiled, "Of course. I'm quite talented," said Menma as he then asked, "Hey Amy, I have a question for you. Do you know Yugito ni?" Amy looked at Menma with a questioning gaze. "Why do you ask?" Menma put up placating hands. No, I'm a writer, remember? I'm writing an article on Kumo's most prominent female ninjas, and she's on the list my boss gave me to interview." "Oh yeah. Sorry about that, I forgot. It's just Yugito is important to us here. She's our #1 customer, and we protect our own here," said Amy. "She's usually training in the mountains if she's not here or on a mission. So I'd check there," said Amy as she saw Menma placing down a few ryo for the meal and her tip. "Thanks so much, Amy-chan. Maybe I'll come back when I'm done. I really enjoyed our time together," said Menma, smiling at Amy as he left. "Come back anytime," shouted Amy as she saw him leave and remembered something. "I never got his name." Menma walked around a little after leaving the sushi bar to find a hotel. Eventually, he found a hotel to check into and proceeded into his room's bathroom to take a shower. Upon stepping out of the shower, he looked in the mirror and saw his golden blonde hair appear again, along with his whisker marks. Naruto had disguised himself as a writer named Menma to infiltrate Kumo and find Yugito. He dyed his hair jet black and wore makeup to hide his whisker marks. Naruto toweled off as he put on his uniform. "Now's its time to find a cat. But I need to be careful because I'm in foreign territory, and this could spark a war," thought Naruto as he placed on his mask and disappeared into the ground. 1 hour later, standing on the peak of one of Kumo's surrounding mountains was a Konoha with an orange scarf flowing behind him. He was scanning his surroundings looking for something, or rather, someone. "Matatabi is over there," said Kurama in Naruto's head as Naruto looked to see a blue ring of fire in the distance. "Matatabi as in the Nibi? So Yugito's over there then. Well, let's get to it," thought Naruto as he performed a series of shunshin to get to where Kurama said Yugito would be. Upon arriving about a few hundred feet away, Naruto scanned around for her. Situated in the center of the ring of fire, Naruto saw the most beautiful woman he had ever seen. She had blonde hair, slightly paler than his own, tied back into a ponytail by bandages. She had on a tight, blue jacket that matched the flames around her and black fitted pants that both clung to her body, accenting her amazing curves perfectly. That photo in the bingo book did her no justice. "Is that a C-cup? Damn Jiraiya-sensei," thought Naruto. Jiraiya had put lessons with the ladies into his training, and measuring cup sizes from a distance was in there. As Naruto was looking Yugito over from a distance, he heard Kurama chuckle. "Well, it did only show her face, Ni-gen. But it's time for a confrontation, not time to measure her assets. Remember, be careful," said Kurama as Naruto nodded. Before he could leap down and make his presence known, he heard Yugito speak. "I know you're there. I could sense your presence when you landed, so just come out," said Yugito as Naruto stiffened slightly. Of course she did. Now it looks bad, as if I was trying to kill her or something else devious, thought Naruto as he landed in front of Yugito on the platform. Yugito looked at Naruto with narrowed eyes. "What is a Konoha doing in Kumo? To spy on me?" asked Yugito with a slight edge to her voice. She took a ready stance when she saw him move to pull something out of his kunai pouch. "I mean no harm. I didn't come to spy on you, I'm just here on a simple mission," said Naruto as he tossed the scroll to Yugito. "My mission is to retrieve a paw print from the Two Tails, and you happen to be the Jinchuriki of her. That is all I'm here for, and I'll promptly disappear afterward, leaving Kumo." Yugito read over the scroll as she listened to the Umbu speak. "Just a paw print? That seems simple. He needs it for his client, Nikoba-chan. She's the grandma cat who came here before and spoke to us, she was so kind. She needs your paw print so she can complete a paw print encyclopedia. What do you think? Thought Yugito as she spoke to her own bijou. Sounds reasonable, but why not rough him up a little, kitten? He did enter your home and got here with ease, so why not show him that Kumo isn't that weak? Plus I sense something in him that feels familiar, but it's hard to find out because he is suppressing it well. Spar with him first, said the Nibi inside Yugito's conscious. Yugito nodded and looked back at the Umbu. You have a deal, but you have to spar with me first, said Yugito as she tossed him back his scroll. A spar? Asked Naruto, internally excited to face off against a powerful ninja that wasn't wearing an Akatsuki cloak and trying to kill him. Sounds good. What are the rules? Asked Naruto as he had to immediately dodge a punch by Yugito. None, just no killing or maiming, said Yugito, attacking Naruto with a flurry of punches and kicks. Naruto dodged or parried every attack with practiced ease. Yugito threw a right jab at Naruto as he caught her punch in his palm. Someone's eager, but I'd suggest coming at me with more than that. You won't touch me at that level, said Naruto as Yugito smiled slightly. You asked for it, said Yugito. She kicked it up a notch as she and Naruto engaged in a fierce taijutsu battle. The two traded blows with one another, with either person gaining the upper hand over the other. Yugito had impressive speed and flexibility and a very offensive taijutsu, while Naruto had more of a swift and precise defensive taijutsu. Eventually, Naruto grabbed Yugito's leg when she tried to kick him and threw her away. Seeing Yugito land on her feet with grace, Naruto laughed slightly. Seems cats do always land on their feet, said Naruto as he thought, she's pretty good. She actually can hit me as much as I hit her. Yugito was thinking the same. He's tough to hit. I can't land a good enough blow on him. Maybe it's time I spiced this up. Yugito ran back at Naruto as she attempted a hand swipe at his face. Naruto leaned his head back to evade the strike but was surprised when he saw Yugito smirking. Shit, thought Naruto as he felt his mask falling off in segmented pieces. Yugito had extended her nails when she swiped at Naruto. It didn't cut into his skin, but it did cut through his mask. Gotcha, now let's see that face, thought Yugito before her breath caught in her throat at the Umbu's face. That mask was new too. Luckily I have another, but there's no point in putting one on if you're just going to take it off, said Naruto as he looked at Yugito with a smile. Nice claws. Should have known you could do that, and they must be pretty sharp to cut off my mask. Impressive. Shall we continue? Asked Naruto as he got back into a ready stance. That snapped Yugito out of her shocked state as she smiled. Oh, we're just getting started, handsome, said Yugito as she raced through hand seals extremely fast, ending in the tiger seal. Katon Enden, fire style, flame bullet, shouted Yugito as she blew out a huge ball of blue fire at Naruto. Naruto clapped his hands together as he blew out an equally as big water ball. Suiton, Suidan, water style, water bullet, said Naruto as his water went against Yugito's fire. Steam clouded the field as the two techniques smashed into each other, canceling each other out. Upon the steam clearing, Yugito noticed Naruto was nowhere to be found. She scanned her surroundings for him but couldn't find him at all, not even a trace of where he was. Kitten! Below you! Shouted the Nibi in Yugito's head. Yugito jumped out of the way as Naruto popped out of the ground right below her. Naruto was faster than her though and snagged her ankle in midair. Naruto pulled Yugito back down to the ground in front of him as he lashed out with a punch. Yugito dodged the fast strike by moving her head to the side but was unprepared for Naruto's leg sweep and subsequent kick to the midsection that sent her flying back. Yugito rolled through the landing and stood up to notice Naruto already standing in front of her. He's taken it up a notch, thought Yugito as she decided to do the same. As Naruto was about to hit Yugito again, she exploded with chakra that sent Naruto sailing backward. Naruto landed on his feet after being blown back to see Yugito cloaked in a chakra shroud similar to his own, with one tail swaying behind her. Shall we? Asked Yugito as she came at Naruto even faster. Yugito threw a punch that Naruto caught in his palm. Yugito smirked when she realized Naruto caught her chakra-enhanced punch. You can't just catch my punches. This chakra will burn you, thought Yugito until she saw Naruto unharmed by her bijou's chakra. How are you unharmed by my chakra? You should be getting burned by it, asked Yugito. She blushed slightly seeing Naruto smile at her again. Maybe I'm just lucky, said Naruto as he had channeled a bit of Kurama's chakra to his palm to keep the chakra from hurting him. Sorry about this, finished Naruto as he kneed Yugito in the stomach and sent her sailing with a kick to her midsection again, in the same spot as earlier. Yugito laid on the ground feeling the effects of Naruto's powerful blows. She would have been able to dodge them if she wasn't so shocked to see him catch her punch earlier. He's been holding back on me. He's so fast and strong, and he was only toying with me earlier. How can he not be affected? My chakra, thought Yugito as she began to get up and saw Naruto already in a ready stance. I figured it out. He's a Jinchuriki as well. He put his Biju's chakra into his palm and attacks to stop himself from being harmed. That's why he got faster and stronger. Oh, and it's the Nine-Tails, strongest of us Biju. Be careful, kitten, you wouldn't win if he uses his Biju too unless he can't fully transform, said the Nibi as Yugito looked shocked. You're the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi? Asked Yugito, slightly shocked to see another Jinchuriki besides herself and Killer Bee. Her Biju cloak disappeared as she stood up fully. Naruto put a hand behind his head as he chuckled slightly. Seems I've been caught. Yes, I am. Now that you know that, is this fight over? I really don't like harming beautiful women, said Naruto. Yugito smiled at his words but got ready to fight some more. No, it's just getting started. I want to find out what else you can do, said Yugito as she ran back at Naruto. Naruto got prepared to defend against the female Jinchuriki as she ran back at him. Naruto calculated her arrival and threw out a quick jab. Yugito came to a stop as she ducked it, and noticed Naruto's legs were a little too far apart. Yugito grinned at the opening and entwined her leg together with his. Naruto knew what Yugito was planning as she attempted to force him to the ground. However, Naruto was too strong for Yugito and pushed back. Naruto overpowered Yugito as she was sent to the ground. On her way down though, Yugito used Naruto's momentum to make him fall over as well. Due to Yugito's move, Naruto tripped and fell forward. Naruto stopped himself from hitting the ground with his hands but noticed that he had come face to face with Yugito, who fell on her back underneath Naruto. Their faces were inches apart as they stared at one another. Both stared into the other's eyes, Naruto into Yugito's dark blue and Yugito into Naruto's violet. They both thought the other had beautiful eyes. Yugito could even feel the warmth radiating off of Naruto from above her, and Naruto could smell Yugito's perfume that was scented of flowers. After a few seconds, Naruto hopped off of Yugito as she stood up as well. Naruto and Yugito stood a ways away as Naruto had gotten some distance between them. Both were blushing as Naruto said, hee, that was, yeah. Yugito looked away from Naruto as she said, yeah it was, but this spar still isn't over. Said Yugito as she said, Nazumi Kedama, mouse hairball. Yugito looked back at Naruto as she let loose a blue fireball with what appeared to be a mouse inside. Halfway to Naruto, the fireball split into dozens of smaller flaming hairballs as they all continued toward Naruto. Naruto jumped to the left to evade but was shocked when the fireballs followed after him like homing missiles. As Naruto was evading, he noticed Yugito's hair flare wildly as a blue flame surrounded her. Seems she can change into her Biju at will, said Kurama as Naruto fired several water balls to extinguish the hairballs. You're kidding me, right? Well, I needed her to do that anyway because I couldn't get the paw print without it. I need a way to loosen my seal. I want to be able to turn into you. Who wouldn't want to be a mythical beast of nearly infinite power? Replied Naruto as Kurama laughed slightly. He saw the fully transformed Yugito open her mouth and fire a huge fireball at him. Water ball won't stop that, so. Doton, Dorihiki, Earth style, mud wall, said Naruto as a huge wall rose from the ground in front of him. The fireball blasted its way through Naruto's mud wall as Naruto had to use a shunshin to get out of the way. Naruto, you need to end this quickly. I'm sure people in Kumo feel her, they'll be here to investigate. You need to end this fast, said Kurama as Naruto nodded his head in agreement. Naruto then slammed his hands into a snake seal as his chakra flared. Yugito watched Naruto evade her fireball and looked to the left to see him cracking the ground slightly with his chakra. He should just quit if he can't access his Biju like me. I'll kill him if he's not careful. But that is impressive chakra, to be able to crack the ground like that. Thought Yugito until she felt her Biju panic. What's wrong, kitten? His chakra reminds me of only one man. You need to start at the Nibi, but it was too late as huge wooden pillars wrapped around Yugito and a circle of 10 wooden pillars rose around her with spikes pointed toward her. What's going on? Is this wood? Thought Yugito confused as she couldn't feel her Biju anymore. What are you doing? Asked Yugito as she noticed Naruto appear on her nose in a shunshin and touch her between her eyes with his palm. Yugito felt her chakra begin to recede as Naruto spoke. You were gonna find out eventually when your Kage told you about me in the newest bingo book. I'm a user of the bloodline, Mokutan. Mokuton is a Kekai Genkai that allows me to convert my chakra into a source of life, creating trees and other things like it. It also has the ability to suppress the influence of Bijou. Kakuan Niten Shirshu, 10th Edict of Enlightenment, is what it's called, and that's what you're feeling now, said Naruto as he was suppressing Yugito's chakra. Naruto created a clone at the same time as it fell to the ground near the Nibi's huge foot. How in the thought Yugito feeling unconsciousness setting in. No. I can't get suppressed, I won't lose, thought Yugito as she struggled against Naruto's jutsu. As Yugito was resisting Naruto's suppression, the Nibi was able to make contact again. That's it, kitten, keep fighting, said the Nibi as she joined Yugito in resisting Naruto's technique. This is so much harder than taming Gaara, thought Naruto, sweating slightly from the exertion. Naruto felt himself beginning to lose as the Nibi was too strong for him at his current level. He'd need more work on his Mokuton. I got your back, kid, said Kurama as he funneled his chakra into Naruto. Naruto gained a one-tailed cloak as he immediately began to dominate Yugito in the battle. Kitten, it's too much. He's too powerful, I can't, said the Nibi as she fell into a deep sleep. The fire cat that was Yugito began to transform back into a one-tailed Yugito that turned into an unconscious Yugito laying on the ground. Naruto panted a little as he looked at the downed form of Yugito. It had taken nearly 5 minutes to suppress her, and it would have only happened with Kurama's help. That was tough as hell, thanks for the help, Kurama. I owe you one, thought Naruto as Kurama grinned and fell asleep. Naruto felt several powerful chakra signatures approaching his location and knew it was assistance for Yugito. Damn it, a tall dark-skinned man, garbed in Kage robes and hat, landed with several other shinobis flanking him on the slightly destroyed platform to see Yugito laying on the ground. Upon looking around, he noticed there was nobody else around. The Kage then barked out orders, "Get her to the hospital and let me know when she's awake. I need to find out what happened here." 1 day later, Yugito awoke the next morning before sunrise in a Kumo hospital bed after her spar with Naruto. About an hour after waking, the Reikage arrived and debriefed her on the events of yesterday. Yugito didn't tell him that she had a fight with a Konoha Anbu but said she just went overboard using the Nibi. Yugito received a light, verbal scolding from her Kage and orders to come to get an important diplomatic mission tomorrow. So Yugito laid in her hospital room alone as she thought of yesterday. Damn, he was so strong. And smart in the way he fought. He also was hot and charming, hot and charming. And so, Nibi! Shouted Yugito in her mind, realizing she had been tricked by her bijou. I didn't even get his name, said Yugito to the Nibi. She was cut from her thoughts as she heard a ribbit. Looking to her window, she saw a small orange toad sitting on her windowsill. How did that toad get up here? I'm on the 5th floor. Yo! Are you Yugito? Came the voice of the toad as Yugito gasped sharply. Yes, I can talk. Are you Yugito? Asked the toad once more. Yugito nodded her head dumbly at seeing a toad talk. How can you talk? Why are you here? Did someone send you? Asked Yugito as the toad held up a hand to silence her questions. Great! I got it right on the first try. Here, this will explain everything, said the toad as it tossed a scroll toward Yugito. Bro was right, you are smoking hot, finished the toad as he disappeared in a poof of smoke. That was weird, said the Nibi in Yugito's head as she nodded. Yugito then opened up the scroll and read its contents. Hey Yugito-chan. It's the Anbu from yesterday. I had fun sparring against you. You were so strong and a real challenge. We should do it again sometime. Thanks for the paw print. I snagged it with a clone while I was suppressing you. Sorry I couldn't say goodbye in person, but you know, Konoha ninja in Kumo, standing over a downed Kumo ninja, doesn't look too good. Either way, I had a great time yesterday and I hope to see you in the future. I'm sure I will. Naruto Senju, future Hokage, winky face. Yugito looked at the note and smiled happily at its contents. Ah, winky face. I hope we meet again too, Naruto-kun, and it'll be sooner than you think, thought Yugito. That toad said his bro, Naruto Senju, I bet, called you smoking hot, said the Nibi as Yugito blushed. She smiled slightly as she looked out of the window at the rising sun. Naruto was a few miles outside of Kumo when he stopped running to look back at the sunrise. Naruto smirked slightly as he thought, ah yeah, the ladies love winky faces. 1 week later, Naruto reunited with Jiraiya 6 days ago as Jiraiya finally found a lead on the person he was searching for. They arrived in a town called Tanzakagai as that was the last place the person of interest was seen. After searching for a few hours and night about to fall, Jiraiya decided to find a place to eat. So Naruto pointed to a random bar and upon walking through the flaps, Jiraiya smiled as he recognized a familiar face. Oh, this was the perfect place, brat, good choice, said Jiraiya as he patted Naruto on the back. Naruto looked confused as he thought he just picked a random bar. Naruto was wearing a black long-sleeved shirt with a zipper fully zipped. He completed his outfit with beige pants that connected to his black shinobi sandals. He had his forehead protector around his forehead as he had stopped wearing his Umbu uniform when he met back up with Jiraiya. Why is this place so perfect, Jiraiya-sensei? Asked Naruto. We found who we were looking for, said Jiraiya as Naruto walked her over to a table with a blonde woman sitting in a booth with a dark-haired woman. And a pig? Tsunade. Nice to see you again, said Jiraiya as the blonde woman turned to face them directly. Jiraiya? What do you want? And who's the kid with the shocked face? Said Tsunade as she looked at Naruto. You're Tsunade Senju, said Naruto in a weak voice as he looked at a member of his clan.